It's Tingle and Coast. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. They're trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. Word up. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. They're trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era.
All right, good
You
morning
went in,
and
did you?
welcome in here on this Thursday morning as we just keep on moving closer
Breaking.
to football season starting. And I tell you what, football season has officially made it back when message boards and social media, man, do they take over the power.
God, we
Sometimes you
need
forget
football
about
so
the power.
badly.
Sometimes you forget about the true power
Of tiger droppings.
the internet. And then I'm sitting at in my grandfather's garage,
Funeral.
enjoying a nice lunch with my grandfather, and my phone in my pocket, like going crazy. And then it's Christian. Christian called me like 6 times in the span of everyone else reaching out. But I digress. Welcome in this morning. Glad to see your names, faces, and profile pictures over there in the chat. Nice to hear from you guys in the Discord, if you were in there. A lot of guys messaging us yesterday, trying to get to some inside scoop.
I had 15 text messages, all in the span of about 5 minutes.
It was
Like,
impressive.
What's true?
Proud of it.
I was not.
I have 15 text messages.
It was impressive.
Everybody wants to know what happened. Everybody comes to me for knowledge. I have 15 text messages.
I think it's funny.
It was a very impressive
knowledge
30
about
second
anything.
30-second to 5-minute span,
You're so boned up.
because it was unbelievable. But good morning to you too, Lloyd. Kinfolk has returned. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning.
Glad to see y'all's faces.
Good to see you, sir.
Glad y'all are here. But
Lloyd, what happened? What happened with
chat,
the quarterback?
morning crew, sup chat, morning you beautiful ting pins. Can't believe the lies people tell on our King Nuss. It's over. We are screwed. Anybody have the answers? The Nuss bus got a nick. So who started all this? I want to know who to direct my Twitter anger at. P-Dub, let's go. It was crazy
Clemson.
yesterday. Like what time? What
Spying.
time do we know the exact time when it started
3:24.
happening? Let's see. Yeah, it was around right before 3 p.m. 2:50 was when it started to kick off, and really the text messages arrived. What?
Yeah, I knew about like 12:45.
Oh yeah.
No, you didn't.
Inside
No, you didn't.
scoop
That's
back
a
there.
lie.
Of course
I
it
read
is.
it. I read it.
You
to
told
you.
it. You told me. I was fucking recruiting.
And he was like, "What? No.
No, I was legitimately.
What do you mean?"
Sitting there eating my second lunch of the day.
Oh yeah, the rice cakes.
Dirty pig.
You're like a
And
hobbit?
yeah,
Insane.
and my phone, like, it was literally just buzzing in my pocket. Christian called me twice.
Your pocket, huh?
Yes, right here,
Where?
right in my pocket.
Wait, what were you doing?
Top of the thigh.
But it was going crazy, and everybody's trying to figure out. And it seems like it was a little bit exacerbated. Something happened. I think it's safe to say that there was something
Breaking news.
that happened,
Something happened.
which caused for all of the stir, and people just decided to exacerbate whatever it was.
Before we get really into how we're going to talk about this, because it is bizarre. Where am I? There I am. I know you took the shower. You wouldn't let me in.
I didn't do it in time.
When are LSU fans going to
unhealthy
realize?
this morning.
Shush. When are LSU fans going to realize that they did this to themselves, kind of to an extent?
Yes.
And I get it because it is important.
Right.
Because there was a point whenever I heard the news that my brain did go, well, if he did actually get carted off and tore his ACL or his Achilles, and it's Achilles, if it's over, then the season's over.
Right. No, I mean legitimately, because that's the reason the freak
Because everybody
out
went there for a second.
it was there. Everybody felt the emotions they would feel if it was real. If it was true, like if it was all verbatim, the original, troll reporting was true. Everyone went to that place, that deep, dark place of, what would this mean for 2025? You know what it would mean? It would mean you're done. Like
Pack
the season's
it up.
gone.
You're out
like,
to lunch.
Mail it in.
We spent
Because
a lot of money on nothing.
everything you spent money on, including Nussmeier, was around Nussmeier as your quarterback. Like, one, you spent money to have him here. Two,
God.
everything you built on this roster was around number 13 as your quarterback. So, yeah, it would be out the window if he's done.
It's a weird phrase to say with this on the screen.
Oh. Good God.
You're a sicko.
Never forget.
Never forget. So, I mean, like,
I would truly rather that happen again.
no, stop. Too far.
Okay, sorry.
But
Who is this guy?
it was a deep, dark place we all lived in for approximately 30 seconds,
Then
maybe
breathe.
longer while we're all
It
refreshing
was
and
much longer
searching and
for
texting.
Homie over
And,
here.
like, my aunt was out there. She's a diehard LSU fan. LSU football mostly. She was sitting there watching me pace around the driveway, texting and calling and refreshing and all of it. And I don't think she took a breath until I sat back down and said, I think we're all good. Because it was a crazy, crazy 5 minutes. Like an absolute roller coaster. But all the reporting and everything that's come out from LSU has been based around the basis that he is okay. That Garrett Nussmeier is okay. It's not anything as serious as what's being made out to be. I think Wilson Alexander, what was the line he said? Because he put it out. I think Shea and Wilson were the first two that really put it out and kind of calmed everyone's nerves. Garrett Nussmeier did not suffer a major injury today. Multiple sources said he's okay. I think you can breathe. Obviously, Jacques Doucet at the top. LSU quarterback is okay, a source at LSU confirms. So the term that was used in both of those tweets is okay. Take with that what you will. That was the term that was given to most people when they asked, how is Garrett Nussmeier? He's okay. That was just the message that was put out, was that Garrett Nussmeier was okay. Which I think all in all, if we're not going to put the aluminum cap on and try to dig any deeper and read between the lines, you should be able to take a breath and live out your life without worrying every 5 seconds about this. But I will tell you, tomorrow it is scheduled for LSU to have media availability at practice, and I believe Joe Sloan has a press conference after.
Oh, what terrible timing.
And so what I'm going to say is, what could happen to pay attention to is if one, media availability gets canceled, which I don't think will happen, but if it does, obviously that would be something to look into.
That's putting a magnifying glass on the anthill.
And then two, another thing would be if there is media availability, obviously whatever we see when we're there. But the other thing would be if instead of Joe Sloan after as a press conference, he gets subbed out and subbed in for Brian Kelly, because that would mean there's some sort of maybe State of the Union thing, and we would just have to see. So I do feel like a lot can be learned tomorrow. just because of media availability, press conference. Like tomorrow will be a very eye-opening day.
It'll be telling in every which way.
Yes, a very eye-opening day on this front. Because Garrett Nussmeier is the single most important piece of LSU football in 2025. There is not a more important human being in that building than number 13.
He might be the most important person in the state.
There is not a genuinely like, especially in the program of
Not
LSU
inaccurate,
football.
man.
I know. I think more.
Yeah, because like 1,000% LSU football, like Brian Kelly, Joe Sloan, like Blake Baker, like these people are important. In 2025, nobody's more important than number 13. Nobody around the program. Scott Woodward is not as important as number 13 in 2025. There's just nobody is.
Could single-handedly change the GDP of the state.
Is it over dramatic to say that he shouldn't take another snap? In fact, like honestly,
Even if he's not, like, if
until
it's,
like walkthroughs. I mean, is that too?
you could bubble boy him.
Is that too
I mean,
reactionary of me?
He should definitely take snaps, but
I mean, but not in like a live scenario.
we have to now look at all of this, and this has now opened everyone's eyes to the potential of what it could mean because everybody felt it for 5 minutes.
It wasn't
So-
a thing that we even let ourselves think about, right?
Right. So now everyone needs to look at it and say, this is something that's very real and could happen. How do we make this not happen? Because it cannot happen.
It can't happen.
It can't.
Yeah, it can't.
Like a lot of other things can happen. This cannot.
Keep that red jersey on, fella, all around the state. Like, you just wear that.
Cannot be touched. Lay so much as a finger on 13, your jersey is pulled. Go sit down. Because we will say, like we've said, with the competition at practice, it has been very physical on the practice field for LSU football. The defensive front is very, very physical, and there have been times
Quarterbacks have hit the ground.
quarterbacks have hit the ground and gotten they've gotten clipped and they've hit the deck. Like that's just
Because we've
seen it.
We've been people reporting on it and seeing it like being, what is the word we've used, like very competitive. That's competitive on the offensive defensive line front. And does that spill into the quarterback at times? Yes, because they're trying to win a job and they're trying to win a job and they're all trying to be good on good. And sometimes somebody gets caught in the fray.
Right.
And that can't happen. Like, take more steps back.
No, I mean it was like we're playing in maybe we're playing. I mean it was an imaginary scenario, but it's somebody just barrel rolling over backward and turning into that knee. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
two guys just getting a little too feisty, and then they roll over onto the ankle or something. You know,
Yes.
and I just saw it in my head, and it was just like, oh my god, it was
And you can do this.
fucking horrific.
Both of us, all three of us, can do this journey because we're all LSU fans, and now while we cover the team, this is LSU.com. Like, this is what happens, right? Like, there's been multiple scenarios in which this has happened where it's like the worst possible thing is usually the thing that happens on occasion. Ryan Prelude gone. Tyrann Mathieu kicked off the
Right.
team. You're like, oh, okay. But then it's just the world you live in. So I think if anybody has PTSD or can't handle this information or gets to this point, it's LSU fans.
Because when things are bad, they are detrimental.
And it felt like, just because of how the frequency with which the same story came out in a row, it became like, I don't know if this is the truth either.
Right.
Like,
Well, and it
what do
wasn't
you mean he's fine? What's fine mean?
It was so bad. Like the first,
fine.
the
It's fine.
first wave was
I can't report more on it.
the torn ACL reporting, and that was all in a flood of 5 minutes. Where I don't even know who started it. Like genuinely, I don't know who the first person to put it out was. But
It's a game of telephone
it
gone
caught
awry.
on like crazy, and like some accounts that looked relatively real, and that's kind of the danger with social media is you don't know what's real and what's not. They looked relatively real. We're running with it, but it was still just very much sit and wait and find out what the official LSU pages say, because that's when you'll know. And then when LSU did the reporting, the people that cover LSU, it was all very similar. And he's okay. It was all kind of the same message, which it's a united front. Like, this is our message on what happened. Garrett Nussmeier is okay. That's what you're allowed to say. And I think if LSU is saying Garrett Nussmeier is okay, he's okay. But What that does leave is it's a very vague response. Garrett Nussmeier's okay is a very vague answer to everyone's questions. It doesn't really nip anything in the bud. Like, it doesn't really give you – it gives you a second to maybe compose yourself and not be a crazy person, but it doesn't calm all your worries.
Didn't make me stop reading.
Right.
You were flop sweating.
Because it's over. If he is.
I mean, like,
Right.
Garrett Nussmeier's okay. I mean, he's like, he doesn't have Ebola.
I would rather him.
You know, like,
How long can you live with that? Can he play? Can he
is.
play?
It's like his organs aren't melting from the inside. He's okay. He's gonna live.
There's no difference
But-
between that and him hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the point. Like, okay is such a
Vague.
and
What
then-
does okay
I
mean? Does okay mean he can't practice again until in 2 weeks? Does okay mean he's out for game one? Does okay
Right.
mean it's
just
not a
general-
season-ending
season
injury? Like,
over, but,
what does okay
he's
mean?
out for a month?
Becomes
you know?
the next question is what is okay? Is okay, we're okay, he's not gone for the year.
Like he just feels okay.
We're okay,
He's fine with it.
he's okay, he's not out, he's only out for
responding.
2 games.
They had to take the leg.
He's okay, he can't practice. Like, what does okay mean? Is the next question.
Well, then, I mean, LSU social media didn't really help either, though, right? Because the first thing they put up on Instagram was a picture of him and going, "Things get heated when the pads go on," you know, and it's just like,
Then it gets taken down.
it just like wasn't handled very well.
Well,
you know?
and the LSU fan base is the only fan base that I truly believe
clinically
something like this can catch like wildfire
Yeah.
in 30 seconds. Every fan base has these things happen, and they will blow up. The speed at which this happened yesterday was unbelievable.
It goes from just there was like a post on some unofficial, you know, LSU fan account or whatever, to me saying it to Lloyd starting to sweat, to me going to the bathroom and then coming out, and you're on a conference call with somebody,
Yes.
and
No, I mean,
there's
look,
howling and gnashing of teeth.
we did our best to try and figure out the trueness of what happened.
Yeah.
And I'll just say,
Miles Britton broke his leg fishing. Like, this is not beyond the realm of possibility for it to happen to
but
LSU.
things
it isn't.
happen.
It
Things
isn't.
happen.
I'm not making
But what
fun
I will
necessarily,
say
but it's just like,
is there has not been a lot of transparency from anyone really around the situation. Everyone's answer. Some people are getting different answers. A lot of people are getting vague answers. I think tomorrow will be very telling because obviously in a presser, that question's going to be asked, whether it's Joe Sloan or Brian Kelly. That's your head coach and your offensive coordinator. One of those two men after the after the practice will be asked. And I think that's if it happens. If it doesn't happen, that also tells you a lot. Is if there's no media availability for practice and or a press conference.
I would be almost surprised because of the enormity of how this all transpired. Like if Brian Kelly doesn't say something today,
Yeah.
just address it.
I mean, that would be the best, like in my opinion, the best way to handle it is like just
especially
It was borderline almost like emergency
Especially
press
if-
no,
conference.
it was like
there's nothing wrong.
it like that's what
It's
I
better
mean by
than, like I'd rather
just-
hear it from him than like
Right.
it's fine.
that's what I mean by like State of the Union. Like that's where it's like legitimately was like a DEF CON whatever warning. Like yesterday, the siren started sounding. Like timeout. What's
Nobody had a
happening?
plan.
This is not good. But you also saw when in the NFL, Justin Fields goes down with a hurt toe, and it's being reported that he's getting carted off practice, and they don't know how bad it is, and he's back at practice the next day. Like these things can be very vague and can catch on, and you can never truly know. The report that's being put out right now is that he's okay. That's what's being said. It's being said that it was exacerbated on social media. Twitter trolls got a hold of it and made it much worse, and that he's okay.
But it's almost like collectively as a fan base, we have like this anxious attachment style, you know, where it's like
Of
my
course.
girlfriend didn't text me in the tone I like, And so I'm going to freak the fuck out. And so they need to know that this is who you're dating. And you need to come out as soon as possible and tell them exactly what's happening so we don't all freak the fuck out and be like, does she not love me anymore?
Well, it's because
like,
we've seen every side of it. Like Lloyd said, I mean, Perilou, Matthew, Miles Brennan on the like all of these things happened and still live in our mind.
And I'm aware it's unhealthy.
Like, well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's
We are toxic to a fault.
I know.
You can love something too much.
yes.
That's what's going on.
And that's where LSU fans are.
But it's where we are.
But it's also because they've seen both sides of the relationship. Like, they've been lied to. They've been hurt. All of it. Like Cordell Music says it well. Yesterday was about to feel like the Tyron getting suspended day in 2012. Like, it was close to that feeling. Because that day in 2012 was one of the worst days ever in my life. Yesterday was close. Like, yesterday would have taken the cake. If that would have been true, that would have been the worst ever. Like, Tyrann Mathieu in 2012 sucked, but the worst part of it was you were mad at your program for, like, making that happen. This one is just, like...
Oh, it's just like, what does God have against us?
Because with Tyrann, like,
what God?
With Tyrann, you could genuinely see the route for that to not happen is the same thing every other university does when these things come up.
Yeah, it was more frustration.
Right. This would have been pure desperation of, like, goodbye.
Going back in my hole.
So... we will find out more as time goes on. There's just genuinely not a lot to know about the situation.
Yeah, and it's like this could be a big nothing burger. It could be a something burger. Like, but as of right now, there's really nothing to know. I'm reading from the Advocate from Wilson Alexander. Rumors of a serious injury to LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier to close practice Wednesday took off on the internet, creating panic and fear within the Tigers fan base. Absolutely. Nussmeier did not suffer a major injury or have to be carted off the field, which is what's wild that even how did that get going?
Right.
No, I heard he got.
I really would love to know.
It's like he was.
Who? Like, which one of y'all did this?
How did we get here?
Who started this?
Because it's literally a game of telephone. It's, hey, Nussmeier got nicked up at practice today.
It's like a horse at the Kentucky Derby that'll shoot him in the head.
Nussmeier was slow to get up.
But it is
four
one
phone
person.
calls down the line, Nussmeier, it's ACL. 4 more phone calls, well, he had to get carted off, couldn't walk under his own power. 4 more phone calls.
They put him down.
That's where it could have gotten
They
to.
shot him under a tent on the practice field.
He actually has the degenerative bone disease.
They couldn't even get him to the locker room.
But at some point, LSU is going to have to address this head on. Like, at some point, LSU is going to have to just address this head
Big Van
on.
Buren do it. You want this job.
They cut all the lights on the indoor facility off.
But
At
to
some point,
continue the reporting real quick, I just want to read the rest of it. Rumors of a serious injury, obviously, to LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier to close practice Wednesday took off on the internet, creating panic and fear within Tigers fan base. Nussmeier did not suffer a major injury or have to be carted off the field, multiple sources told The Advocate. One source described the issue as just a tweak and added Nussmeier was able to walk on his own.
I mean, because that's what we're saying. Like I told you, like something did happen. There was a reason it got blown up the way it did. Like there was somebody got a text of, "Hey, Nuss got hurt today," and it just blew up into what it was. Something happened. Like he got hit at practice. Like we don't know the ins and outs of how it happened, but something did happen to cause this. It wasn't just out like
It's not his head
grabbing out of the air.
Right,
It sounds like it was a lower extremity if they're talking about he walked out under his own power. You wouldn't be concerned about that if he broke his finger. Of course he walked under his own power as a broken finger. Like it's obviously a lower extremity injury. But who knows if it's even an injury. Like something happened to an ankle or a knee or a foot or a toe. But he's okay.
Wouldn't that be fucked up though if it was just like his hand was mushed? You know, like there's no bones were left remaining, and they're like, no ACL tear, nothing like that.
He walked
Y'all
away.
are being ridiculous. He walked off, and no, he's got his
He
hand
can't
put
ever throw a
into a
football.
compactor.
Yeah, but I do think the lack of like finality to it all is why this is still up in the air. Like I don't know how to handle it. I don't know how you should handle it, but this is something that clearly needs to be addressed at some point. But like the more that it's fine, he walked off.
Right.
The more it becomes, what is it?
That is all still vague.
Kobe Bryant walked off the court after he tore his
That's
Achilles.
the first thing.
She
That's
shot
the
2
first
free
thing
throws.
Gage Evans said to me yesterday. He texted and asked, and I told him. I gave him the rundown, and he said, "Well, yeah." He was like, "Kobe had a torn Achilles and walked back to the free throw line." What does
That's
walking
what-
mean
that's-
to me?
LSU fan.
I was like, you're right. Like, I understand where you're coming from. And so we'll see if we hear something today, but it's kind of almost set in stone. Tomorrow we'll give you something. Mm-hmm. Like, there's media availability for practice and a press conference after.
Do other fan bases have this collective trauma?
No.
No.
Like,
I'm
this is-
saying,
this
these
is
things
unique
would
to
happen
us,
to
right?
them. Yes. These things would happen to them, not the way it happens to us.
And then we just lose our fucking minds.
Like, it was a span of 5 minutes before 3 p.m. yesterday that it went from a cigarette being thrown out of the car window to the force being completely on fire. Like, that's what it was. Yeah, like, it was literally one
Steven
tweet.
Spielberg's house is
boom.
burned down.
5 minutes later, Wilson Alexander, the Advocate, is having to write a paper, an
out a
article
fire.
to put things to bed. Like,
All very vague.
Spectrum Walker, where are the inside sources at?
That's
Everybody's got but it's just if the inside is being a united front of this is how we're going to handle it. These are the things we're going to say.
I mean, because like
This isn't something your buddy at LSU is going to be able to slip you the info on. This is very much, hey, everyone in this building, everyone with these
They're
three letters
panicking
across their chests, these are the things you can say, and that's everything you're getting that we're able to know.
And I mean, like, without, saying, like, too much, right? Like, in y'all's defense, you two, who are, like, the guys that know things, y'all talk to people, right? There were people.
Circle the wagon.
Conversations were had.
No, we
with, I mean,
put in every ounce of
with-
effort we could
with
to figure that
very
out.
real sources, and this is what came back, right? So
Everyone's
it's either,
getting the same
you can
message.
either take it as, hey, it's genuinely good news, or, yeah, wagons being circled.
And
But
you
I
will
would
know
just-
more really tomorrow. Like, tomorrow is the day kind of set in stone. Something will be given. Whether it's an answer in the presser, whether it's a picture at practice, whether there is no practice, those are the things you'll find out.
He will surface at some point.
Yes, it's not
There's no more football program.
like it's not going to
Something
be
we'll
just
know.
it's not going to be completely quiet until August 30th.
That would I wish I could. Even me, I wish I could live in that world where like this would be funny if they did it this way, but it's not. Like
If
I
they
can't.
did what? If they just shut everything down, complete quiet until game day.
Your quarterback
Like he
is
goes
fine.
gone,
Snaps will be had on the 30th.
or like
You need to know nothing else.
right.
Like it.
But
Quiet,
like I
little-
can't.
quiet little mouse.
Like it can't even be funny.
Because like if practice gets canceled tomorrow,
like if
and then media availability is canceled again on Saturday and Monday.
like if he did a
and-
wheelchair as a bit.
I'm personally gonna choose to use my rational brain
do it.
and say this was just an overblown thing. He twisted his ankle, something didn't feel good, came off the field, and
We all had popsicles and lollipops.
I mean, well, no, it's not that, but it's just like this is kind of the nature of
God, I wish.
the mentality of the fan. I mean, this is just kind of what happens if something even a little bit scary goes down and nothing real occurred and people aren't lying to us, and it's gonna be okay.
Because injuries do happen at camp. It happened last
And light
year.
injuries
right?
happen at camp.
Jacoby and Guillory
It
was
happens
like
all the
actually
time.
kind of the second person you can't have go down amongst the program.
So let's just trust what no one's lying to us.
Yeah, I mean it
Until
had
we
been
hear
a
otherwise.
clean camp up to this point. I mean, you had the Aaron Anderson, obviously they're getting that figured out. The Solomon Thomas report, but it had been a clean camp, and it was bound something was going to happen. And yesterday was just an absolute explosion. And when more is known, more will be told. But right now, it's just a very, very
Ominous situation.
lock and key, vague situation. That's just where it's at.
Yeah, the gatekeeping is unbelievable. But
I just think it's Occam's razor. right? Let's just assume the most.
But what I'm saying is,
normal
like,
thing is happening.
from what I heard, everything is pointing in the direction of good.
Yes.
Rather than, like, if we're looking at a two-way street here, if there's a fork in the road going this way or this way, is it
Heaven or
good
hell?
or bad? Or good, good or really bad, terrible. Everything that has been said and heard is pointing towards this way. And we will know if we're walking that way soon. That will be the way, that's my way of breaking it down to everybody, is everything that we have heard and been told and read is pointing towards the direction of everything, we're good. Rather than pointing the direction of we're not.
Now, but just for the sake of argument, let's say he never plays another down football again. Who takes snaps on the week? Who's there? Who's down there on August 30th taking snap number 1?
But what I will
Go
say is
pay Bryce Underwood.
it could, like, this is kind of what's the vague up in the air part of it. Jesus.
Sorry.
Is you could find out that maybe it's just not as good as it sounds, but everything is pointing towards it is good, and we're okay.
Like, if it doesn't get blown up the way that it did, all of these reports would be fine. Just
Yes.
this week walked off on his own power.
But the fact that it was as bad as it was before those came out, it makes everyone
there's
not
no
truly
real
trust
finality
those
to it
things.
yet.
Right.
It's weird.
But everything's pointing one way right now.
It's
and that
sniffs
it's
of a
good.
cover-up, but I will take the tinfoil hat off.
That's the thing.
We will see. We will either learn more today, or you'll truly find things out tomorrow. That will be the situation. But I think that there is no reason to sit right now at 7:35 on Thursday, August 7th, and be worried and be freaking out.
Well, even if it is just like not obviously like season ending, right? Like I feel like that's not like you said. There's two paths. It doesn't feel like it's that path. But even if it's a high ankle, that lingers forever. Like,
right.
Matt Flynn was a mobile quarterback until he had a high ankle sprain that he played with throughout the year, and he lost his ability to kind of create plays the way that he used to. He used to be a quarterback that was a pseudo dual threat.
Yeah.
Like if you watched him play against Miami in the bowl game, like, he was running all over the place. Then you fast forward to halfway through the Virginia Tech game when he gets hurt and comes back. It's like he doesn't look the same.
I mean, like, that's kind of the thing where everything's looking this direction, but I'm not walking this path yet. Like, you got to give me a little kick in the tail to actually walk that way.
Like to see him walk that way.
Like to see him walk that way with us. So I mean, like, I don't think worst case scenario is what happened. Definitely not. Like the reporting is like it said.
Yeah,
it's not a major injury, but something happened. We will know more about it either some point today, or I can give you the definite comfortability of something will be found out tomorrow. Now, whether that is practice being canceled, no media availability, and that would cause an absolute explosion. Like if they sent out an email today, Lloyd, and it said no media availability at practice tomorrow, we'll let you know about Saturday or whatever. What would your reaction to that be?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
If they cancel media availability tomorrow, you get an email that media availability is no longer allowed tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone's brain goes where? Worst case scenario again. Right back there. Right back to that dark place from yesterday.
it's one of the few cases where you have to say something.
It has to be addressed.
Good or bad?
It has to be. It can't be just close down practices and media can't come here. It cannot be that. So,
Spread jumped Clemson -4.5.
did it actually? Mm-hmm. Marcus Stewart, the movie The Program prepared me for news like this. Fair enough.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
I got you tickets to my game. Not there.
He didn't show up.
Yeah, Hunter Hall Nuss just needs a 6-pack of Sprite. So, I mean, look, everything is pointing in the direction of good
Movie club brings us
for
together.
LSU.
I'm so sorry.
I think tomorrow will tell you a lot.
Also, I mean, pie in the sky plays great after he gets hurt.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever they gave him, give him
Oklahoma.
that. Michael's secret stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he played great against Oklahoma after he went down. But, yeah, no, I mean, I just think
Pills
it's...
for this.
Do what?
There's pills for this.
It was a very, very scary couple of minutes yesterday, and it all got...
It's still not clear. Clear as mud.
Answered somewhat. Just it's still very vague. And that's just part of the issue is that it's still very vague.
And doesn't it, like... kind of put the whole Nuss needs to run more in perspective. Like, well, maybe.
No,
not.
he shouldn't. Like, Jacques was just talking about it yesterday.
That's what made me think of it.
Like, it was, everyone wants Nuss to run more. Well, this is what can happen if he runs more, is he's putting himself in more and more situations where he could be hurt. And you see how detrimental it is for LSU. Because the feeling you felt yesterday when the news felt real for that 30 minutes was... oh my gosh, this is over. It's done. Everything that we've hoped for, it's gone.
Maybe record level of threads whacked yesterday on Tiger droppings.
Oh yeah.
Which also I don't know. That's not great. It's usually true when that happens.
Andrew Messina, something did happen, and that's not great, regardless of the
exactly.
severity.
Like
yeah, I mean that's the thing. This is not just a rumor out of thin air that was created.
Because, like, if you, in all honesty, there's people that could go to practices that are closed. It's former players. It's big-time boosters. So people saw it. But if you're LSU, the people that saw it are the people that are the people you trust to be there and not say anything.
Right. Right, like if people wouldn't be there if LSU thought they were going to let those things out.
Right.
But something happened and something got out and it caused that. Like the Twitter page that put it out and whoever it was, because genuinely I could not find the start of that rainbow. I couldn't find the end of it. Like I could not figure out who started the rumor. But however it got started, it came from somewhere because something did happen. He walked off on his own power, wasn't carted off.
And that's
but
information.
That's the extent of it. That is what LSU is willing to put out and tell the people asking. And so we will find out more, and you guys will know more as we find out. So
I mean, BK is definitely going to hit like the presser and be like, any questions?
Yeah, no, I mean, that he's going to have a nice little one-liner to open it up with.
And if he does that, I'd feel better about it.
Now, if he steps up to the podium and it's...
He could do the funniest thing ever, be like, I'm just playing with y'all guys, what's up? Any other questions? But also, if he's not healthy for the remainder of the year and he does that, I'll never forgive him.
What?
Lie to me.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's probably the biggest scare. Is that it's people don't really trust the like people don't trust anybody. They don't trust mainstream media.
It's the fucking government.
They don't trust until they see it with their own eyes. Like nobody's going to believe Nussmeier is okay until they see an okay Nussmeier. Not until Brian Kelly says it. Until they see an okay, not like that's just the place where it currently stands. So.
Just felt like they circled the wagons rather quickly to make sure it was fine.
Yeah, no, I mean the rumors of a torn ACL and getting carted off are not true. Like those are not real. That's not what happened. I think it's I feel like it's been.
That's safe to say.
That's very apparent. We will find out what actually happened and where this all spun off from. Likely tomorrow with practice and a press conference. So.
As they say, time is on their side.
Yes. We will take a quick break, come back, and get into some more discussion that's not focused on the freak out of yesterday.
Hey, Tiger fans, when you're traveling through Natchez, Mississippi, make sure to visit Tom and Wright Granning at Go Mart and On The Go Deli, where you can fill up your tank and your belly. Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need on your trip. Located at 4 Sergeant Prentice Drive as you're entering Natchez on the left. Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff, where the Po' Boys are so good you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Welcome back here as we are rolling on this morning, gearing up, about to close out hour number 1, as we just had the whole discussion again during the break, just between us three, because it is a crazy time to be like around this right now with just kind of the up in the air, the vagueness, and all of those things. But like we said, when we know, you will know, because that is what we want to do. And like we said, media availability tomorrow to have practice, and then obviously a press conference after. We will let you know anything comes out about that. But it feels like LSU is kind of putting their plan together, their plan of how they're going to deal with those sorts of rumors and addressing what, because right now everyone that they're going to be talking to's brain is focused on one thing, and they already heard the worst through whoever the Twitter account was, and it has to be damage control from that standpoint, even if it's not a major injury or something, and it's something to the most important person on your team. So, but like we said, they'll be back on the practice field tomorrow.
Borderline like the planet.
I mean, from our standpoint,
borderline being
like
maybe
from
a
on our
keyword.
standpoint, like, yeah, most important person on the planet right now is number 13 in purple and gold.
Jay Johnson, Garrett Nussmeier, Harold Perkins.
Well, right
John
now,
Emery.
Garrett Nussmeier rules over all of them.
World I put myself in.
But like, genuinely, the reason
The fate of a
the reason
extremity
the
of
freak
a
out
20-year-old.
the freak out is the way it is because how many times have we played this game before?
I remember when
How many
I
times
was
we watched this movie?
14 years old, and it came across the ticker that Ali Broussard tears his ACL in camp. It was like, oh.
Well, I mean, think about Game 1, 2021.
It was 1:15 in the morning.
We were sitting on your couch, Lloyd, and we didn't know anything through fall camp. And then all of a sudden, right before game time, 4 players are suspended before the game. John Emery can't play. Mason Smith can't play. You got all these suspended players right before kickoff. And it was like, it was a shock. We've seen that. We've seen the Tyrann Mathieu. We've seen the Miles Brennan where it was kind of kept under wraps of what happened. Like, we know how these things work. And so to me, the way LSU should handle this is you got to nip this in the bud now. Like, you have the answers. It's got to be taken care of. Like,
The silence is deafening.
that's the issue. And the things that are being spoken and said are all very obviously calculated. Okay. I'm glad he's okay. Now tell me what that means. What is okay? Is okay a week? Is okay 2 weeks he's out? Is okay a month he's out? Is okay he maybe take the field game 3 against Florida? What does okay mean? Because the way this is all structured is okay needs to mean he's good to go by August 30th. Is what it should mean.
It's like Jonathan said, if you're ever been in a relationship or talked to a significant other, they say it's fine. It's usually not.
And so, like, it's hard to not dive into it and try to look deeper in between the lines.
I mean,
It's hard to not read into he's okay.
yeah, it is. It's difficult to not let the conspiratorial part of your brain kick in, and to do I think the thing that just kind of comes naturally to a lot of us. But at the same time, sometimes things are just okay. you know,
Well, and I think he is okay.
like that. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
So it does just sort of seem
He
like
is alive.
He is. Well, he's okay. The ACL, the major injury, did not happen.
Right.
That is put to rest.
So in
But
the grand
it
scheme-
still raises the question of what is it? And I think LSU, they need to get out in front of it. And they need to quiet that down as soon as possible.
How do people stay married for 40 years?
You don't talk to
You know?
each other.
Is that it?
Yeah.
How do you trust somebody?
Sleep in separate
Really?
beds. You don't.
Just
You
what
becomes part of who you are.
This world's just so full of pain.
Because what
Get a prenup.
would happen is, like, right now everything's pointing towards tomorrow for media availability and a press conference.
I get nothing. You get half.
That means you would get
You're not leaving.
24 more hours of the fan base pushing this and blowing this up.
That's the other thing is,
Like it's on like tomorrow morning from 7 to 9. If nothing comes out today, the freak out will only be worse than where it is right now.
We should be live. Panda watch.
Honestly, yeah, it really is. That's the vibe that I feel like this deserves.
Something has to happen.
You know, it's just like, all right, well, let's just live stream and I'll sit here until we get some fucking news about something.
Yeah, the best part is we get to do this.
Yeah, sit here and talk about it.
I mean, we spent 55 minutes going, yeah, but what if?
Because that's the mindset that has been instilled through LSU.
But it's just, it's also wild. It's a hard way to be alive.
It is. Oh no, it is.
It really is.
It is. And the good thing is that things are pointing the direction of everything's good. Like, he's okay, not a major injury, walked off the field. Those things that were allowed to be put out are all pointing in the direction of he's all good. We're all good. This is all good.
Again, I'm gonna choose to be positive.
And so choose that. Like I am advising everyone watching and listening to look that direction and walk down that path of it's all good.
Yes. Because if there were something that was bad that was being covered up, I think a leak of that would have come out. There would be like a whisper of it somewhere. Like you'd see something, or like you would have heard something, you know, that it's actually that bad and that, you know, it's not okay. But you're not actually hearing that from anyone.
Right.
So
the more the silence
I understand
is around, the more that this is just who the fan base is.
But maybe it's just for my own sanity.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna choose to
no,
say.
I'm recommending that you and everyone else does that. Choose that it's okay. Choose that that everything is moving in the direction. The fork in the road, choose that it's moving in the direction of good, not the direction of evil.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
Like, choose that to go that way, because it's no way to live going the other way,
It's
guys.
not. Also, we're all gonna have ulcers, and it's gonna be just.
But when we know, you'll know. We did hear from Brian Kelly after practice on Tuesday. Tuesday, he met with the media after practice. We had some sound cut up yesterday that we did not get to. We did not kind of discuss some of the things that Brian Kelly laid out for the media in his press conference the other day, where he talked about some specific players, some standouts, and different things of that sort. I want to start off with BK talking about, bless me, talking about the offensive line and kind of what has been seen of them, because obviously Tuesday was a day where the offensive line did not impress, and most would say it was probably their worst day of camp up to this point. What is this?
What?
Get this off the screen.
What?
Stop.
How?
Stop. Stop.
How?
I don't. Continue, Noah.
Brian Kelly spoke about the offensive line after practice on Tuesday, which obviously was a day where they were not overly impressive and were somewhat struggling because the defensive front, Bernard Good and Jack Pyburn, were the guys that were the star of the day, and that means the offensive line obviously did not do their job. Brian Kelly spoke about it specifically. I'm talking about the offensive line and some of their recent struggles. Here is BK.
No, hold on. That's giving me a privacy error. I guess I shouldn't be searching things.
Right, some of the images you're throwing up on the screen.
Fuck. I think that is maybe what happened. Let me exit that. Clear my history.
When we have Brian Kelly's sound bites, we will get those up and running, because it was a good day of practice on Tuesday. Obviously, yesterday's practice maybe not as good because there's concerns. But Tuesday's practice, there were some things to definitely stir up conversation and talk about. Christian broke it down for you yesterday, which honestly was pretty impressed with Christian's practice breakdown. I know we had some internet issues in between some of the things he was saying, but it did seem as if he was paying attention, which is a win. Because if you know Christian, you know that's not always guaranteed. So
kind of remarkable.
it did seem that he was paying attention and he knew what he was talking about. And so he did a good job. And if you didn't see that, go check that back out. We also had Jacques Doucet yesterday, who joined us and discussed fall camp up to this point. But like we said, after that practice, BK met with the media. Here he is talking about the LSU offensive line.
I think we made some progress. You know, we struggled a little bit today with movement. As you know, we're moving a lot up front, and you know, this is the week that we're installing some of our movement. So that becomes a little bit more difficult, you know, on our guys up front, you know, in handling the movement. The guys up front are pretty good. So I think more than anything else, it's just handling the movement up front. But I'm pleased with the structure of the run game, the way it's progressing, you know, from a direct snap to shotgun, you know, a variety of different looks. And we still have a lot to install at this point. So where am I right now with it? I feel pretty good. We got to do a better job up front handling the movement.
There's BK talking about the offensive line. Look, they're obviously struggling, at least the other day, but I do agree with what Lloyd said yesterday, where these struggles can be manufactured, where they're putting them in positions to not be successful, where they need to see a little bit of adversity early on. And that needs to happen. Like they need to have a little bit of adversity so they can know when to respond, because it's going to be a tough matchup for them on August 30th. And a lot of things are going to rest on the defense's shoulders on August 30th, because you want to see them be able to perform. And so if a lot is resting on the defense's shoulders, the offense still needs to step up. And the way the offense steps up is really right now circled around that offensive line, where the offensive line is where you kind of look when you're looking at this offense of what might hold them back, barring the rumors from yesterday, because that would definitely hold LSU back. What would hold this offense back is the offensive line, not the offense. The offensive line will hold back this LSU offense from being really, really good. And so,
but you also have to juxtapose that against what they're facing.
Right, and I think that they are putting them under the 8 ball, behind the 8 ball a little bit, putting them under pressure of, you got to go face a very, very good defensive line, one of the best in the SEC.
I'd rather be over it than behind it.
Yeah. There you go. Here's BK talking about that interior defensive pressure that LSU has, which is obviously very, very good. And that's kind of the catch-22 you have to look at when talking about the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, if you look carefully, you know, where were a lot of the pressures were from inside out, not outside in. And that's a great thing, right? When you have guys that are creating issues from the inside out of the pocket instead of just rushing off the edge, where you can get a hand on them and widen it and step up. Where we're getting our best success is inside out. And so, you know, Gooden, Guillory, Jamuri played a little bit. Butler played some inside. Gabe can play a little bit inside. We can be very dynamic from an inside-out perspective as well. You know, obviously McKinley's big and long. So when you add that to, you know, what we think is 4 guys that can play off the edge, you got a pretty dynamic pass rush now.
I mean, look, that defensively, that's the strength of this team, is the pass rush. And that's kind of the other side of the argument when talking about this offensive line, is who they're having to face, like Lloyd said. They're having to line up across from a very good defensive line. And they're having to battle against a defensive line that should cause a lot of havoc.
It's not only going to cause LSU's offensive line problems. I can guarantee you that. It's not only going to cause LSU's offensive line problems.
Right. I would lean more towards it's more of an LSU defensive line being really good than an LSU offensive line being really bad.
Yeah.
Right. Just from being out there and looking at it, I don't think it's going to end up being the LSU offensive line is really bad and the defensive line is not that good.
Not nearly as big of a question mark as it's probably being made
Portrayed.
out to be to people, because that defensive line is filthy and deep.
Right.
There's no break.
No.
They're twos or ones.
Would we be panicking if we heard on the flip side, right, that there's no real defensive line pressure? You know, that
Right.
nobody's getting to
Which
the
is how it's
quarterback?
kind of been the last couple of years. You wanted something different, right?
Exactly. So it kind of feels like maybe creating an issue where it's actually a positive.
Right.
Because I know
They're
that
both
I
on
know the
LSU.
O-line is something that it's been one of the main
Right.
points that we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks. But I think if we weren't hearing this, we'd be like, well, where's this D-line? Where are these edge rushers
Right.
we're hearing about?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, either way.
Was
it
Kyle
would've-
Williams the right hire?
Either way,
right.
it would have worked out.
Yeah, exactly.
We would be
You know.
sitting here kind
Yeah.
of picking.
And
I
so
agree.
It seems kind of like just don't blow that out of proportion.
Right.
Like,
I agree. Because
if
I
anything,
do.
it's like these guys are super talented, and let's be excited about that instead
Right.
of concerned
Right.
about the offensive
You
line.
brought in 4 hired guns.
Right. And there should be some concern around the offensive line. Like, I'm not telling you not to think about it at all. And
it's
should just-
fine.
But it's not. They're not turnstiles.
it's not going to be this just Swiss cheese of anyone can come through and hit whoever.
And,
No.
and it's like Lloyd said yesterday, right? We don't know exactly what they're throwing at them.
Right.
Right, in terms of how complex the blitz packages are, or
Down and distance.
how advanced these dudes are, of coming. Like exactly, like it's if you don't know the exact scenarios of what's happening in practice, these like snap by snap specifics, then don't jump to a conclusion.
Yeah.
I mean,
necessarily.
in camp, like you've seen
Let's be
this,
excited that one unit is playing really, really well.
right? And if you were to have the access of like a Hard Knocks, whenever you see it, it's like they're put guys in certain situations where they want you to fail.
Yeah, to see how you respond to
it's
it.
like exactly like put him on him and see like this is what you need to work on and this is why.
Right. Because these guys from Clemson are going to do this one
Or-
specific
right.
thing. So let's hit you with this over and over and over again until you learn how to handle it. And it might take you a few reps to learn how to deal with that. It could be any number of things.
No, I mean it's like the Kobe Bryant memes. These used to come out where it was Kobe Bryant once missed a free throw because of a camera flash. So for the next 365 days, he stared at the sun, so no flash would ever affect him again. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if we throw the worst
Exactly.
thing possible we can at you, you will be prepared
Right.
for something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the best cornerback Jamar Chase faced in 2019 was who?
Stingley.
Derek Stingley Jr. at practice. Like he was prepared for AJ Terrell
it's
because
the-
he's getting defended by Derek Stingley.
Iron sharpens iron.
You know, like it's a real thing. Like I know that it's kind of a cliche saying of iron sharpens iron. Everyone's going to say it. Everyone's going to be, well, yeah, I mean, we have the best of this, that, and the other. Iron sharpens iron. This defensive line is really good.
Deshaun Walmack versus Will Campbell.
But that was
It's-
Quincy Wiggins.
Oh,
It's
that's what I
just-
meant.
It's just you didn't hear this when the D-line wasn't particularly strong.
But
right?
I will say that on the offensive line front, there is concern around the fact that they don't have
A chance.
the interior figured out right now.
Well, and they don't get a buffer.
Right.
But I mean,
That's why the questions are there.
Yes.
Because everybody can look. If you know, if you looked into anything about this football game and you start doing what, even as a quote-unquote casual or somebody that really does care and wants to find all the information available, you know that Clemson's defensive line is good.
Yes.
Of course, but doesn't that mean that that's exactly what the staff is going to be focusing on?
Of course.
mean,
of course. Yeah, they're going
like-
to put a lot of pressure on this offensive line to figure it out now in camp against a really good D-line because they have to face one.
Yeah.
But I will say that I still have concern because they don't have it figured out at guard yet. And that brings concern to me because
That's probably fair. Yeah.
Peter Woods is arguably the best D tackle in the sport. And they've got center figured out, and I feel like left and right tackle are somewhat figured out. They're now moving Carius Kern to get work in at guard because I feel like they don't think they have the answers there yet.
But it's also day 10 of camp.
Right, which is true.
I mean, so
but you want to figure your 5 out as soon as possible.
Of course.
So they can be more comfortable with one another. Now, I think they're very close. You heard Cone Eccles talk about it. Bo Bordelon and Tyree Adams in the press conference that they're a very tight-knit group and they have the chemistry and the ability to communicate and play together. But the guard position, to me, that interior is my concern because I just don't think they have that figured out yet. And I think part of that comes with the fact that you see Bernard Gooden is eating their lunch right now, which he should be, because then Bernard Gooden will eat whoever the Clemson offensive line interior guys' names are. He'll eat their lunch.
And the positive side of the offensive line, like when you say like you haven't figured out your 5 together, individually they are good.
Yes.
Like when they do individual drills, it's like they're getting walked over. It's not, damn, defense won another rep, It's they can hold their own, but it's playing together at this point that you're trying to put you're trying to put those 5 as a cohesive unit. But the bones are there.
Well, that's the thing. The discussion around the offensive line, you would think that maybe it's a hodgepodge mix of 3-star and transfers from JUCO. Like, that's not what it is. These guys were the cream of the crop when they came in. Weston Davis was a 5-star, played football and basketball. Tyree Adams was the number 2 O-lineman in the state of Louisiana out of St. Aug, behind the number 1 player in the state in Lance Hurd. Like Braylon Moore, Josh Thompson, like they played at Power 4. Like, this is a room built of top tier. Carius Kern, 5-star. Solomon Thomas, 5. Like, these guys were the cream of the crop. But they're in it. They don't have the experience. But neither did Will Campbell and Emory Jones. Neither did Miles Frazier, who's at FIU.
Mm-hmm. And he was good.
Like, they didn't have the experience. So, like, yes, is there concern the fact that it's inexperienced? The fact that you're going from 5 really experienced guys and it maybe didn't look as clean, I think is what brings the concern of now you're running 5 not as experienced guys.
Well, not experienced together.
Well, not just together. Like, I agree. Like, Moore and Thompson, like, Payton, the ACC, the Big Ten, like, still not the SEC. SEC year in, year out is putting the defensive fronts are monstrous. You've got one guy on this offensive line right now that's played an SEC schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not playing that position.
And he's not playing the position he played there, Like,
so he's learning a new thing.
Those are the things that are kind of creating. So I'm not saying there shouldn't be the question marks and concerns, but I will say I'm leaning more towards this defensive line is just a whole lot better than we expected than I'm saying that the offensive line is just Swiss cheese and they're running through whenever they want.
The development and transfer portal that you got on the defensive line is bearing fruit. Like they probably should be. And lest we forget what Kevin Peoples did to guys that were not names last year, and then they became names and got drafted.
Right.
Like what he can do as a defensive line coach.
You didn't even see him in 23. Mm-hmm. 24, they thought he was going to break Arden Key's sack record.
Which trending.
Yes, he was on the path.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think there's 2 ways it can kind of be looked at, is that the offensive line is awful, the defensive line's not that good, but because of how bad the offensive line is, they look really good. I would say that's in no way
I just think that's
the discussion. I think it's 1,000% the other of
negative leap.
They're that good that they make a good enough offensive line look not very good. Like, Jack Pyburn put those pads on and was a man possessed. Bernard Gooden, since he's put on the uniform, has almost looked head and shoulders above anyone else on the line.
And he was your last ad.
And he's been outstanding. So should there be some concern and question marks around the O-line? Yes. But I think a lot more signs point towards the defensive line being really good than the offensive line being really bad. In the next clip, Lloyd is going to be BK talking about Patrick Payton.
Which we haven't really
touched on him as much, because we're talking about Pyburn, we're talking about Gooden, we're talking about Dom McKinley and Jacobian Guillory and Ahmad Bro,
Gabe
Relaford, and Patrick Payton. When you look at some of the numbers, I saw this tweet the other day. I should have saved it. See if I can find it, because some of Patrick Payton's numbers that I saw get put out, I was like, God, we are not talking about this gentleman enough.
No.
Because he's extremely talented. Like, and from a build standpoint, has all the tools.
Oh.
All the tools. If I can find these numbers that got put out.
I have it right here.
I did the PFF College.
Yes.
Since 2023. He's got 11 sacks, 70 quarterback pressures, 35 run stops,
70.
18 tackles for loss. Now, that's over a 2-season span. But I tell you what, those numbers aren't fake. Like, it's not just those things aren't handed out. It was at Florida State. Like, it's not something they were just like, here, Patrick, you can do this.
And it was at Florida State when last season they had 0 offense.
Right.
So it was all on that defense to have that team try to do anything productive. You know, which is, I mean, so every other team is going to focus pretty much just on him because it's all about trying to stop
Right.
the
freak of nature on the defensive end. Yeah, no,
and he's still putting up that kind of those kind of raw numbers.
right. And you saw what,
impressive.
like Lloyd said, you saw what Peoples did with Swinson. Like, Kevin Peoples made Braden Swinson from a guy that was trying to crack the rotation to an all-SEC defensive end with development. So now this is the toy that Kevin Peoples gets to play with. This is what he gets to develop.
He's a created player.
And
Is a very, very talented edge rusher in Patrick Payton.
No shade to Braden Swinson, who, you know, did turn into a really nice player, but the base, right, of what this guy is.
When Swinson came out of Oregon, we weren't as excited.
No. The fundamental level of talent with
Right.
Payton and Pyburn and something is you're coming from a higher starting point.
Yeah. And you're going to get to be developed by the same
Yeah.
people. So here's BK talking about Patrick Payton, the defensive end for LSU, and obviously his role and kind of what he's seen so far through fall camp with the star edge rusher out of Florida State.
Yeah, I think he's, Patrick would tell you if you asked him, is that, this is a big workload for him, one that he's not quite as familiar with. And he's done a really good job of handling additional workload. And so he's rounding into that kind of football shape that we all need him to be in to play at the highest level. But he's been great. I mean, he's done everything we've asked him to do. It's a competitive situation. He knows it. But he's learning every day. And he came here because he wanted to obviously develop at a higher level. And not that they didn't develop him to Florida State, but he was looking for more of that. That's why he transferred. And we want to meet and exceed that, his wishes. And so we spent a lot of time, and Coach Peoples spent a lot of time with him on his technique and developing his technique.
Yeah, I mean, a physical tool standpoint, he's got him. Now he's getting to work. I mean, look, he just took that guy's lunch. Out to lunch.
Oh my God. That was like a bullfighter.
Is this Duke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Duke was not bad.
Duke's poor right tackle, 73.
That's a terrible day at work.
Rocked. This is Riley Leonard at quarterback. So, yeah, this is 2023.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, the 73 is getting his lunch money taken by Patrick Payton.
Boom, get out.
He's got all the physical tools, but you can even see in this he looks a little raw as a pass rusher. Like, he's not doing anything. I mean, that was a nice move.
No, but that's all athlete.
But he's not doing anything from a technique standpoint besides being really long and really fast.
And bendy.
And so, if he, from a technique standpoint, can grow and develop under the tutelage of Kevin Peoples,
also
can be very dangerous.
He's put on some more bulk in the last couple. If this is 2 years ago,
he's
looks
become
a little
more
wiry out
physically
there, so-
imposing.
Looks like a track athlete.
Yeah.
And also, they're doing nothing to
so
get
cool.
him to the quarterback. He is getting himself to the quarterback.
Right,
This
it's
is
not
not
even
very much
schemed.
scheme.
No, it's not schemed, and there's not much technique. This is just straight athlete.
Must be fun.
This is like 2022 Harold Perkins, where it's just
Go.
Just go.
go get him. And so I feel like if you're able to obviously put a scheme that Blake Baker's going to draw up with havoc, I mean, this is what you want when you're trying to create havoc, right? Somebody that makes plays like this.
I mean, he looks like he's playing pool basketball against infants.
Look
Get
at-
out the way. You get out the
move.
way.
And then the technique that people's like this, it's a match made in heaven.
That's the only stunt they ran. This for a minute of him creating absolute chaos. They did one thing to help him get to the quarterback.
Right. Everything else was just strictly him.
Just him beating his guy.
So, I mean, you should be excited about what Patrick Payton is going to look like in an LSU uniform this year. Because that word havoc that you heard over and over and over again last year. They've got they've got the horses and the toys to create and wreak havoc for LSU. Next up, one more defensive player I want to hear Brian Kelly talk about. He brought up P.J. Woodland, who's impressed me a good bit at practice. He makes great plays on the ball. He's got instinct. He's a Corey Raymond guy all the way. Like, Corey Raymond spoke about P.J. Woodland a lot when they brought him in. I think he was a 3-star out of Mississippi. Like, this wasn't a guy that you were looking at like, must get. He's going to come in and be top-end talent. But you heard Corey Raymond continuously kind of like, P.J. Woodland, like, I really like P.J., like, this, that, and the other. He was a 3-star out of Oak Grove High School in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
God, if you had to paint a wanted poster for Corey Raymond, it's that 6-foot corner that's a 3-star that I could probably make you better.
And so far, he's really looked to start to fit the bill. Obviously, from a physical standpoint,
He got stronger.
he's gotten stronger. Could still maybe put a little bit more on, but he's gotten stronger. He's filled out that frame a little bit more, but he's always had the instincts and the talent. And this is Brian Kelly talking about cornerback P.J. Woodland.
Seen so far.
So the first thing that you have to be able to do is what Jacques talked about, is you have to have a football IQ. He's a very smart player. So we can move him around, right? We can move him inside and outside. The field is a lot different when you're an inside corner versus an outside corner. Your landmarks is so different. And not everybody can play that position. So he brings that. He also brings an extra 12 to 15 pounds from last year. I mean, he was too light at times, and so it became an issue relative to, tackling. That's not a question. We don't want him to be in a position to be matched up against, 250-pound, tight ends every time, but he's not going to be. And so, and he can play the outside position as an SEC corner. So that's a pretty good trait to have.
There's BK talking about P.J. Woodland, the sophomore cornerback out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Look, like we said, instincts and talent have always been there. I think his frame really held him back last year. It was just hard to put him on the field because he just didn't have the physical frame to really be out there. But he made plays, and you saw the instincts, you saw the starting point. And I'm really excited for what the development will look like for him going into this season. And what that means for the defensive back room. Because you obviously went out and brought in talent to make that room better. But don't forget about the guys that were already there and stuck around.
Also, you hear him talk about IQ, right? And you can see all the things like all the measurables and all the stuff that's really cool on film. And that's awesome, right? Those guys are sexy, and it's cool to have them, but how smart the player is really matters so much, and it doesn't always translate necessarily to film, and it can really just be a matter of having one more year to put a little bit of meat on your frame,
right?
Before you come in and
yeah.
But it's a guy that knows what he's supposed to do out there, who's going to make quick decisions, who's going to read things correctly, and that's where I think Corey Raymond identifies talent in a lot of places.
Yeah, talent and instincts. Like, instincts are huge, especially at the defensive back position.
He played both.
Oh. I was about to say, that corner just got burnt.
No, he's playing receiver.
Yeah. That caught me off guard at first.
Why did he put that on his
this is his huddle tape. But, yeah, I mean, he burned right by this guy.
I mean, that's speed.
Yeah, I mean, this is the talent we're talking about.
Jesus,
just from
eating up yards.
Right off the line.
And Corey Raymond sees this, and he does this all the time, where he sees players that maybe probably look more like a wide receiver, but Mo Claiborne, Tre'Davious White. Like, you played wide receiver at the high school
DJ
level.
Pickett.
You're a corner.
Played wide receiver. And nobody looks at 6'5" and thinks cornerback. They think throw it up to the wide receiver and the X receiver.
I am certainly not in the camp of just putting him on one side of the ball. for his
Of
entire
course,
career.
You're never on that side of the fence. But yeah, I mean, he's got the instincts, and it literally, to me, I felt like last season it had so much to do with just his frame. Like he was just almost
God, it must be so fun to be good at football like this.
not college. He just wasn't college ready from a body standpoint yet. And I think he's taken the steps to do that. And if that falls in line with everything else he already had, I'm excited to see what P.J. Woodland looks like this year.
Because if you don't make those changes that you made in the portal, you're talking about P.J. Woodland a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, he's cornerback two.
He would be cornerback two.
It would be
Stamps and Woodland.
Stamps, Woodland. Now you've got Delane, you've got Jackson, you've obviously still have Stamps and Woodland. Who else do you have? You got DJ Pickett. Like, you've got guys to keep a rotation. Like, those to me would be the five, right? You want to talk about, like, we almost named a rotation of five at each position. Where at corner, to me, it would be Delane, Stamps, Jackson, Woodland, Pickett.
Yeah.
That's your rotation of five. But don't forget, Michael Turner, we've seen get a lot of really good reps at practice. He's obviously still in the mix. I'm excited to see P.J. Woodland and what his development truly looks like because I think he could be special.
And the best thing for him is he doesn't have to be. Like, he's not thrust into your corner. Like, Ashton Stamps was like, buddy.
Right.
It's you.
And he wasn't ready for
No!
that last year. He was not ready to be cornerback
He was not
one.
recruited to start as a true freshman.
You saw how much different it looked when he was – I'm talking about even last season, where before Zai came back for Stamps' sophomore year, like Stamps was on the number one receiver against USC. That wasn't where he should have been. And I thought he performed really well.
Given
for the situation.
And that's what.
But Zai Alexander was you're supposed to be cornerback one.
Played a lot of football.
And he ended up, when Zai came back, you kind of saw a difference against Ole Miss and against Arkansas where it looked a little bit better. And that's where with Wolfgang, where Stamps is CB1, he never turns you the ball, got smoked a lot. He shouldn't have been in the spot he was in last year. Like, he was put into a place as the cornerback one. He wasn't ready to be that yet. He got thrown into the fire the year before, too, where he had to be him and Toviano and LaTerrence Welsh had to start against Ole Miss and Alabama because everyone else
That's all you had
fell
on
off.
your roster.
Deuce Chestnut was gone. Denver Harris was gone. Zai got hurt. Like, who are we going to play? Those three, you know? And so
And I
understand the concern around Stamps. Stamps isn't cornerback one. Cornerback one is Mansour Delane, and that's set in stone. But Ashton Stamps, to me right now, is cornerback two. And for a reason, because he's got the development, he's got the experience, and you really have got to bet on the development from Corey Raymond. The fact that he looked astronomically better from 23 to 24, and you would hope to see another jump from 24 to 25. So the defense, the expectations should be about as high as they can get. Don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by our friends over at All About Inflatables. Our guy Gabe Patterson from All About Inflatables. You can go over to the website allaboutinflatablesds.com, and it's so easy. You just open up the website. You can check out everything that they've got, from water slides, bounce houses, combo, the whole deal. It's so easy when you go to allaboutinflatablesds.com to be able to rent your slide. And you can also call the number that's right there in the top right corner of the website, 225-667-2386. They do such good work. And he's also starting a new kind of a spin-off of All About Inflatables, the same company, but what they're going to be doing is it's all about holiday lighting, where the same crew, not the same crew, but the same company, the guy that runs it, he does All About Inflatables, is now starting All About Holiday Lighting, where they will take care of all of your holiday lighting, custom designs, hassle-free installation and takedown. They do both residential and commercial, and booking has started now for the 2025 holiday season. So if you want to take that stress off of your shoulders of putting the lights up on the house, or if you've got your company building you want lights up on, call 225-276-0608 and get your lights taken care of. We will take a quick break.
Don't be the deadbeat in the neighborhood that doesn't have lights or that doesn't want to
Right.
get on the ladder when you don't have to.
Also, don't spend like 6 hours of your beautiful Christmas time trying to untangle the lights.
Let them take
And
care
you
of
get
it
up on
for
the
you.
ladder, and you're kind of drunk because you always are, and you damn near fall off, and then you really ruin Christmas.
Right,
When
and
Daddy takes a tumble off the ladder.
when it's so easy,
Right,
when it's so easy to just call a phone number.
boy? Yeah.
Like
Like a phone number.
Call a phone number and it's you don't have
There's
to worry
no
about any
better
of that.
part of being an adult. I'm not at this point yet, but saying somebody else is going to do that.
Somebody
Like,
else.
what a great
And they're
thing.
going to do it a lot better than I would.
Yes.
Professionally.
And nowadays, you can do like the LED custom lighting, you know,
Oh,
where you
yeah.
can change it with a click of a button kind of a thing.
And then you don't have to get up in July and
Pretty easy solution to making sure your house, you don't look like the Ebenezer Scrooge during Christmas time.
Everybody hates that guy.
Everybody hates that guy. So make sure you call and
I
get it
love
taken
it.
care of early. So it's just like, oh, you wake up one day and you're like, oh, well, we got lights on the house now.
Right.
How about
So
we look
thinking
great?
3 days before Christmas, you're like, oh, I should call them. And they're booked up because it's a
Right.
good damn
Start booking
service.
right now.
Book them now.
So
what you do
Let's
is
hear
you wait for your wife or significant other to go out of town. You hire the light show, and then you don't tell your wife that somebody else came and did it.
tell her you did it.
Exactly. So he's doing you a favor. He could be getting you somewhere you haven't been in quite some time, fellas.
We'll be right back after this.
Husband of the year.
Traveling through Natchez, Mississippi? Make sure to visit Tom and Wright Granting at Go Mart and On The Go Deli, where you can fill up your tank and your belly. Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need on your trip. Located at 4 Sergeant Prentice Drive as you're entering Natchez on the left. Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff, where the po' boys are so good you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Like we said yesterday, last season, 2024, there were 13 teams on the original
Be a sponsor of the show.
coaches poll.
And you can do this. Otherwise, quit gunking up my chat.
There were 13 teams that were on the original coaches poll that were not there at the end of the season. I'm trying to find. I had the list in my phone and I can't find it. Here it is. Michigan, Florida State, Utah, Oklahoma, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Texas A&M, Arizona, North Carolina State, USC, Kansas, Iowa, and LSU started the season in the coaches poll and then ended the season not in the coaches poll. So the game I want to play is by looking at the 2025 coaches poll
Okay.
and saying who we think by the end of the season will not be in that coaches poll again. So we'll start at number 1 and make our way down. Do we all believe that Texas will be in the coaches poll by the end of the year?
Yes.
Yes.
Ohio State still ranked by the end of the season.
Yes.
Penn State.
No. Yes. They will be.
Yes.
Probably.
Yep.
They play
But
two teams.
I don't think it's 3.
Right, yeah, okay. Georgia.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
I haven't thought a ton about them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the coaching is so good that probably.
Yeah, I agree. I think they stay in.
Jeremiah Smith's real good.
It's just it's crazy because we're going to have to
Love? What's his name? Sorry.
predict who's going to drop out.
Jemima
Yeah.
Love.
Love. Thank
Yep.
you.
Clemson at 6. Stay or go.
No, once we beat them 56-0,
They'll drop out.
Drop
Okay.
out immediately.
Lloyd, Clemson in the coaches bowl at the end of the year or no?
Yes.
I'm a positive boy.
I agree,
They
yes.
actually probably are. Yes.
Oregon.
I'm of very big belief that you could see LSU play
Oregon,
Clemson
yeah, they
again.
still are too. I think.
Yeah. Oregon, I think, will stay in. Alabama.
I mean, how hot do we want to make these takes? No. 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 They're not.
You don't think so?
Nuh-uh.
What's Alabama's schedule?
No,
I do
it's
kind
about
of. I do
to
want to
pull it
look
up.
at that.
Things
Hold on,
break
I got
weird
it.
for Alabama, and DeBoer is tarred and feathered.
Because they start with Florida State. I know that, and I think they're going to dog walk Florida State.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I have no hope in Florida State after what I saw last season. Their out of conference is not. I mean, they play Wisconsin as well. They dog walked them last year.
This is still a Nick Saban schedule.
They've got Georgia on the schedule in Athens. Last year they played Georgia.
When's the last time they played each other?
Last year,
Yeah, but obviously home and home. But
right?
I feel like they always avoided each other. I guess the East and West, so you didn't have to.
So
They
now
lose to
you've
Georgia.
got.
They lose to us. Sorry, continue.
I'm trying to think of, and then they also have Tennessee, but they have Tennessee at home. They have Oklahoma at home. They play South Carolina on the road. Right after the weekend after Tennessee at home, and before the bye against LSU, which is, to me is an interesting. That's probably the most interesting game on the schedule
Yeah,
for
that's
them.
actually really.
If it's not that, it's Oklahoma. Like you'll know what Mateer is and what Oklahoma looks like. And
Yeah.
if he's what he was at Washington State, like that's a 4,000-yard passer.
I
Thinking,
agree.
undercutting myself. Even
I
if they
think-
drop 3 games, they're still ranked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're going to
College
stay in.
football playoff or
They'll
not.
probably
Yeah.
stay in. I just wanted to be sassy.
But yeah, I think South Carolina's their swing game. That's a huge one.
Yeah.
Because you could come into that game, obviously, I would say, with a loss to Georgia as a one-loss team. And if you win that game, you're comfortable losing to LSU. If you lose that game, there's a lot more pressure on that LSU game in 2 weeks. Let's see, what is Hunter Hall saying? Anything? No. I thought maybe he'd chime in.
You know what that means? He's nervous.
Yep. LSU at number 9 in the Coach Bowl. Last year, they were one of the 13 that started in the Coach Bowl and ended unranked. If LSU is unranked by the end of the season, Coach.
Yeah.
Miami, number 10.
This is my first real no. I think.
Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's hard.
I mean, I know
to-
it's not a terrifying
what does
schedule
Carson
they play
Beck
or anything.
have done
but,
to make you think?
right.
Like
I mean,
they,
if I were to put money on which of the top 10 here is going to drop out, I think that's the safest bet, right?
I agree.
Not
No, in the
looking
top
at- not
10, I
looking
would
at the
say that's
schedule.
the safest bet, but I think Miami stays in it.
You do?
I
Okay.
think Beck plays better in the ACC than he did in the SEC.
He's there with his girlfriend.
They broke
They
up.
broke up.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all? How do I?
He cheated on her.
That's with the sister.
No.
Allegedly.
That's not
He
true.
got confused.
Allegedly.
Twins, Basil.
But I think Miami stays in it.
Ryan Stadler, thank you for this answer. 2015 is the last time Alabama played in Athens because they couldn't let Saban's career be tarnished by playing Kirby ever in Athens. They did protect him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not. Yeah. But yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
I mean, LSU played Georgia and Alabama in the same year quite a bit.
Yes.
Okay, so we have one vote for Miami staying in, one
You
for
have
out. What do you think, Lloyd?
Lloyd? you're
Miami's out.
Miami's out. Okay. Next up, number 11, Arizona State.
I think they fall out.
It,
I think a lot of things Dillingham's been saying in the preseason has seemed to kind of say it's maybe not as strong a team as last year. I know they have Levitt, who's going to be really, really good, but
Yeah. Lou, as good as Levitt was last season,
there's Scatterboo.
the engine of that team is gone.
yeah, yeah.
Scatterboo took them
Merry Christmas,
wherever.
Dad.
He took his little chin strap and went home.
Go watch the Texas game in the college football playoff. The comeback they made in that second half was number 4 and number 4 and number 4. Like Scatterboo, what, he throw a touchdown?
Yes.
Remember how
Like-
mad we got?
And he caught one and he
we
ran.
watched that game together last year.
I
right?
would say Arizona State would be my only one right now that I would lean towards them being out of this.
Yeah.
We'll see how.
I mean, Dillingham is a really, really good coach.
That's what we're about to see.
So
Yeah.
there's a chance that he proves us wrong, and he's
I agree.
an
Like,
elite level guy. But
If I put money on it, I would put money on them staying in. But just for the sake of the argument, they're the only one I'm leaning towards, maybe not.
I'm gonna say out as well.
Yeah.
But
What conference are they in now?
Pac-12. Pac-12, they were in the Pac-12. They're in the Big 12.
in the Big 12 now,
They were picked to finish last
Yeah.
right?
And then they
last
won it.
year, and
Last
they
year.
were the team in
And then they got
the
a
college
bye in
football
the-
playoff.
they got a
Yeah.
bye in the
So,
playoff.
but I think Dillingham popped
I do
up
think
with-
they lost their heart and soul, and I think Dillingham's a good coach. I think they'll be okay, but somebody's got to,
Yeah. I mean,
Just
somebody
put
said he
25
said
days
it. He
in.
said it. Somebody's got to go 6-7.
Right. And when your head coach says that, it's like,
I don't know if he's playing 40
had a
chess or
huge
if he's
year
like,
last
"Look,
year."
boys, we're not very good.
I don't know if he's trying to
Maybe
fire
that-
them up or if he's just getting in front of it. Of like, I told
you're
y'all we
saying like,
weren't.
hey, we had a fucking incredible barn burner
Right.
every year last year, but reality might come for this team.
Who
and
knew
there's a
who
chance
I was and
we're good, not
Scatterboo?
great.
Who knew who I was before the mask?
Is that the Pope?
No, it's Bane.
Oh.
I didn't really do
That's
the.
the
I didn't
Pope.
really do the voice.
before the mask. Who is I
But
am?
I would say it's hard for those programs to have 2 years
Yeah.
of that like sustained success to that point. Illinois number 12.
I don't know why Illinois is 12. What am I missing here?
I think Altmaier's back at quarterback. They had a good season last year. They ended 9-3 last year, I believe.
This seems like an easy one to me.
Let's see, what was the he's Luke Altmaier's back, Illinois schedule. Let's just see what they have because they play obviously a Big Ten schedule. They have Duke. They go to Indiana, USC at home. They've got Ohio State at home.
That's a tough shot.
But really the only true they don't play Penn State. They don't play Michigan. They don't play Michigan State. Like their Big Ten schedule is kind of a breeze.
They got Iowa?
No. They play Northwestern, Wisconsin, Maryland, Rutgers, Washington, Purdue, USC, Ohio State, Indiana.
What a joy.
They play. So I would say, just looking at their schedule, that I'd have them in the top 25 because that is a
cupcake. But
that is a easy schedule, and they beat South Carolina in the bowl game last year as well.
that's actually good. I'm torn on this one. Lloyd, what do you think?
Which team?
Illinois.
It's a
Brett
It's a
Bielema.
fun game. I like this game.
Are they playing in Vegas?
Playing in Vegas, they ruin all the way, brother. He already has gone all the way in Vegas once or twice.
Don't ask any more questions about that, but I'm going to keep telling you.
Yep.
Who do they play this year?
You should have seen it first.
Easy schedule. We just
Oh
went
my
through
God.
it. Easy.
She was
Like
hot.
Ohio State, USC are the two conference competitions they've got.
And
That's
they got
it.
Indiana too, right?
Yeah, Indiana. Other than that, it kind of looks like a layup. Like looking at their schedule, I think they're in.
But somebody has to lose games.
Yep. Well, I think
guess
these next four are kind of easy to me. South Carolina in,
Yeah.
but also, I mean, depending
I'm not.
they could drop some games. Like I'm high on Sellers. I think he's really good, and I think they're going to win games because of him. But I think their schedule could also be conducive with them dropping some that they're not
I was thinking
really supposed to drop.
Beamer might be one of those 9-win sweet spot kind of guys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
He gets enough done.
Because they've got LSU, they've got Alabama, they've got Oklahoma, they've got Ole Miss, they've got A&M, they've got Clemson.
Yeah, okay.
That's tough.
That is tough.
Because, if they just lose, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a 7-week span that could all be losses. And even if they lose all 3 of those, 3 of the 6, I would have them losing to LSU, Alabama, Clemson, and at A&M. That's 4 losses. I might have South Carolina out after looking at the schedule.
Yeah.
Dropping
no,
out the
I
25.
thought that was a for sure stay, but you might be right.
I might have them out. And then
He does this. He gets a lot of
credit.
For being like on the cusp of being one of these coaches that like watch out for Shane Beamer.
Right.
Because obviously, I mean, if you watch the show, he talks about his dad a ton, but he could just be his dad.
I think he might be, but his dad always kept him in the top 25, or right around there at least.
Well, I think that's what Beamer's good at. If they're 8-4, like it's disappointing for what their expectations are, but their schedule screams it.
But
like looking at it, I mean,
probably,
you have LSU, Alabama, and Clemson.
You're probably looking at them between like 23 and 30 at the end of the season.
Yeah, like
so they're right on the cusp.
I agree. I think they drop out. I think Michigan drops out. Number 14, Michigan. I think they're out.
You don't think Bryce does it?
No. This is just me strictly hate watching. I think they drop out. I think Ole Miss at 15 drops out.
Who's Ole Miss's quarterback this year?
Austin Simmons.
It's the boy genius, right?
It's the young buck.
Yeah.
I don't think Ole Miss they're one of those teams where they went all in for last season, and
LSU
it's just
next year.
It's going to be a fizzle out. I think they drop out. SMU, I'm not high on.
You're not?
Oh, I disagree.
I think SMU
Really?
stays in.
Maybe it's just because the coach
The way that it ended.
I think it's because maybe the coach was talking mess in the conference media day.
He does have a big old
I just don't know. I don't
set of lips on him.
Rhett Lashley.
Yeah.
I don't know if they start the year with
Yeah, what's the schedule?
with a layup against East Texas A&M.
They'll take that one.
But then they've got Baylor after that. They go to TCU. They've got Syracuse at home. They go to Clemson.
They have to go to Missouri State.
They've got Miami at home. They've got Louisville at home.
That's
They
actually,
go to Cal.
That's not a.
I mean, to me, like last year, the
considering
cutoff
their
was
position,
if
that's
you
not a
lost 4
layup.
games, you dropped out.
Yeah. All right, so let's have that as the baseline, right?
I would say they lose to Clemson.
Especially if you're not an SEC team. Like if an SEC has 4 losses, maybe. They'll stay in. But
like LSU
anybody
was
else,
off with 4 losses last
Yeah.
year.
And I think it's the way that LSU
Yeah,
ended
that
season.
schedule is tough.
It is a tough one.
for
But
this
I
program.
looking at the schedule, I think they probably stay on. Florida at 17.
I need to hear. Yeah, I don't know. I need to.
Their schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably are going to have like
They have the hardest schedule back-to-back years I've seen in quite some time.
I mean, they've got LSU game number. So they start with LIU in South Florida, which South Florida's not anything to bat your eyes at, but I think they start 2-0. They go to Death Valley 2-0. I say they're going to lose that one.
Yeah.
Then they go to Miami. I say they lose that one. Then they have Texas. They lose to Texas. And they go to Texas A&M, which is a hard place to win. They've got Georgia. They've got Tennessee. They've got Florida State to end it off. And they go to Oxford. Like, that is a brutal schedule.
And just
And
knowing
I
the way
think
that
Lagway's
Napier's
gonna be
teams would
really good.
I think so too. But Napier's teams have always kind of dropped 1 or 2 they shouldn't. And then I think there are 3 guaranteed losses on there.
I mean, they've got LSU and Miami back-to-back. Then they get a bye, and they have Texas and Texas A&M back-to-back. Like, that's brutal.
I think they're.
Like, you could go 0-4 in that stretch, and your team, like, because you have Texas at home. I think Texas is much better than Florida. Mm-hmm. And then you go to Kyle Field, which is not an easy place to play. You saw Garrett Nussmeier. Like, it's a tough place. And you're going to Miami after going to Tiger Stadium, Death Valley. Like, that is a brutal stretch. I've got Florida dropping out. Tennessee at 18.
Hold on.
What?
They play USF, correct?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember who USF's quarterback is?
Who?
Byron Brown. He got hurt last year, but in 2023, the only quarterback.
He won the Heisman in our
yes,
20.
Well,
That's why I remember.
Our 2025
But
season simulation.
But this is also, they're not that far off because he's the only other quarterback aside from Jaden Daniels that threw for 3,000 yards and ran for 800 yards in that season. He's 6'3", 230 pounds, hit 22 miles per hour on the GPS, and squatted 600 pounds and benched 300
Goodness
pounds.
mercy. Yeah, no, I
And
mean,
it's his
that's
senior
what I'm
year
saying.
and tried to get
USF
drafted.
is not going to be a layup.
Talk about scouts drooling
Oh my
over
gosh.
Byron Brown and DJ Lagway. Like, I'll watch that game.
Yeah, what? I mean, that's
And standard def.
That sounds like a dude that could play his way in the top 15 of the draft.
Oh, he
Yes,
could drag
sure.
USF into something that they probably
belong
shouldn't
in.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's this is
but
one more knock against
that's one
Florida.
more knock
Yeah.
against Florida. They drop
I
out.
think they're out.
Tennessee at 18. They play Syracuse at home to open their year. They've got Georgia at home. They travel to Alabama. They've got Oklahoma at home. They travel to Florida. Closer to the end of the year, they've got Vanderbilt at home. They've got Arkansas at home. See if I can find 4 losses on this schedule. Georgia, I would say, is a loss.
Yeah.
At Alabama, loss. Oklahoma, loss. And then I just think between traveling to Florida and maybe even Syracuse at the start of the year, one more loss because I don't know who Tennessee's quarterback is.
That's
And if
what
it's
I
the
was
guy they
asking.
have blurred out, don't have high expectations.
That's what I was just thinking. It's like if I can't name him, that's not great.
So I've got Tennessee dropping off.
Who's the furry? Who's he the quarterback of?
TCU.
TCU.
They're not
Excited
in
to
the
see
top
that.
25.
Well,
But maybe they will be.
yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Could be that. Yeah.
They'll scratch and
I'm-
claw their way back in.
Kitty cat meow. I bet he loved NCAA when you could play the mascot game.
mascots?
Oh my god. He couldn't finish.
Oh, he could.
He
Oh,
could.
yes, he could.
He could finish.
Next up, number
Finished that game
19.
twice.
Where's the mode?
Number 19, Indiana.
It's a tiger in that costume.
What does Signetti have this season?
He's
They
a
play.
really good coach.
is.
I'm kind of Signetti pilled, honestly.
Yeah.
I think
won everywhere he's
I
gone.
love Signetti.
I think he's legitimately
they've got.
very good at his job.
They play Illinois at home. They travel to Iowa right after.
Ooh.
They've got a bye week before they travel
They have
to
an
Oregon.
offense, so Iowa's done.
They have a bye week before they travel to Oregon. That's a loss.
Yeah.
They play at Penn State. I would say loss.
But
It's gonna be a good game.
toss up-ish.
But I would say loss.
I would rather
think-
have Signetti than James Franklin.
yeah.
I think Penn State's roster is light years ahead of where Indiana's is. Outside, like quarterback, I know Drew Aller is not anything.
but they're
like
loaded.
impressive.
Running backs, though,
Their
are
roster is stacked.
Gnarly. And then
It's a top 3 roster in the sport because they have people return, like experience the whole 9. I don't
They've
see
got a
4
number
losses on
11.
Indiana's schedule, and I don't really see. I see 2,
I think they stay in.
and so I think they probably stay in. Like I see Penn State and Oregon; those 2 are losses. Outside of that, maybe they drop another.
If they beat Penn State at Penn State, they're going to the playoff again.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that they're the kind of team that can knock off somebody that even has more talent if it's the right day.
Yeah, that Penn State is
I think they for sure stay in the top 25, and there's a chance that they.
playoff again because Signetti will be pounding the table.
But again, I'm. This is one that I have a. I don't know why, but I just have a.
I did the same
I have a
thing.
pretty
I'm with
severe
you.
bias towards Cincinnati.
It was such an incredible run last year. Then you watched them play. I know they lost like the big games that they played in, but
Like, I definitely,
they were
like-
consistently very good.
I definitely
Yeah.
like drunkenly at some point
Well, they
in
shouldn't
the
have
last
been there
year
at all.
said like, if it weren't for Kelly, I'd like Signetti as our coach. I don't know if I meant it or thought about it, but it's just I have that kind of. That's just the kind of instinct I have towards them. So
Yeah, I bet on
I'm
them.
not.
After week 2, I bet on them, and they won 6 straight. Nobody would respect them at all.
There you go.
And so that's how I fell in love with them.
Next up, number 20, Kansas State.
I don't
They're
know
in the Big
first
12.
Avery
thing.
Johnson.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. So I do know one thing about him. And guess what? I'm not impressed.
They play at Arizona, UCF at home,
That's a personal fight we're having.
at Baylor. They have TCU at home,
I think Baylor's gonna be.
which they might distract. Like they, so their
Pretty
mascot is a
distraction.
wild. Their mascot is a wildcat. So the TCU game,
Oh,
they might take the quarterback out of it.
who, are they playing at Kansas State?
Yeah.
Oh man, if you're the fan base,
Oh.
you have
I mean,
the opportunity.
cover that
the
place in
funniest-
Wildcats.
Yeah, exactly. Meow, meow, kitty cat.
But and then they
Like
go.
if you're not the student section, would you not?
Oh
like,
my
even
gosh,
if it's
it's a
true
layup.
or not.
It's the Tebow thing again. Like remember how y'all were with Tebow, where you were the phone call, the call on the phone, and the whole deal. Like that was a layup for Tebow. This is basically a layup for this quarterback. Like the Kansas State student section can let us down if they fail, but
What if they sexy up the mascot?
that's what I'm saying.
Like
There's so many fun things they can do with it. They're the Wildcats.
It goes out of the strap.
But
Wield that thing like a weapon.
They've got Colorado, Utah, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Kansas, Baylor. So just a normal Big 12 schedule.
I think they're probably
Oh God, he
better.
has no chance.
I think Kansas State is going to be one of the top teams in the Big 12. So
You do? Okay.
yeah, Texas A&M at 21.
Fuck them.
Yeah, it's just fucking do it for once.
I think Texas A&M stays in.
You really do?
Yeah,
I think they're trending in the right direction.
I
for
think
the first
I think
time in a
Elko's a
while,
good
yeah.
coach, and he's not. He's the perfect match for A&M, in the fact that he fits them because he knows how to placate to them. He was a part of A&M, so he knows the cringy part, but he's not cringy. Like,
And I feel like the expectations have been, oh shit, how did
yes,
that happen?
CAS 225-910-0619.
I don't know why that
I mean, on
happened.
the other hand, they do have to finish in the top 25 at some point. They have so much
Yeah,
talent. They
just-
have all the resources.
I think Elko's the right guy for them.
I think the expectations have been so levied in his favor because it was anybody but Jimbo.
Yes,
And then you get a guy that's one of us. And it's like,
but he's not an icky one of
You roll
one of
him
y'all.
over.
Golly, like.
this is going to be a problem.
It's easy to be unliked at A&M because they're just weird and odd. Like, they're odd.
I know, and I
And
just hate
Elko's
them,
not odd.
and I want to assume the worst for them, but maybe you're right.
I think they stay in.
They have
If
a ton of
there's
talent.
any place on the planet that will be okay with whatever Elko does, it's A&M, because they can't spurn themselves.
Right.
They can't kick out one of their own because that's not the credo in which they live by. If you're a part of the freaks, you're a freak with me, and that's how they live.
Yeah.
You're in the cult. You can't get kicked out the clan.
Number 21 or 22,
Google
Iowa
Go.
State. We'll run through these last four quick. Iowa State, BYU, Texas Tech, Boise State. I've got all of them being out besides Texas Tech.
I was going to say something. I think Tech is taking like a leap.
Yep, spending money.
Yeah, I think
So.
that they might. I mean, I don't think they're like a national championship contender or anything, but I think that they're moving into a consistent top 25 program. BYU got rid of their quarterback, right? There's that whole thing.
Yeah, he's
He's at Tulane now.
Retzlaff.
Boise, they're in a real conference.
What
at
a
this point,
real
right?
change for him,
Didn't
huh?
Boise jump on up? Aren't they playing big, like actual people now?
I have no idea. I didn't think they had a conference change.
Are they getting into the new Pac-12 whenever that happens? The Pac-12 is so annoying.
I'm sure they're going to be
I
a
don't know
part
what's
of
going on,
whatever additions are made.
But without Janty,
Yeah, I think they drop out.
They're still in the Mountain West, and why would you ever leave?
Right.
I think they're gonna. But
I think Texas Tech's the only one out of that four
I
that
agree.
stays in.
so
Lloyd?
okay.
Those
Even
final four
By my math.
that we said, what is that? Iowa State, Texas Tech, Boise State, and there's one more I forgot.
BYU.
BYU.
Boise State stays.
Boise State
You
stays.
think Boise
okay.
stays? All right, I think Tech
There we go.
stays.
Let's check in, see if everybody did their homework in the chat. Let us know if you watched Little Big League.
Because
You had some extra days.
boy,
You did.
oh boy,
Homework is due.
Homework got extended,
I got some thoughts. We're gonna
But it is
run a
due.
little long today, huh?
so I'm going to lob it up to. Well, first off, I want to give 2 claps to the movie and to Jonathan for the selection. So Little Big League, 2 claps, ready.
What a absolute.
It was a banger, man.
Delight.
I was so happy to be watching that film.
Me, too. I watched it twice, like I do. And both times were a joy. I think just to jump right in right off the bat. This movie does all the things correctly that an absurd children's sports movie should do in
Yes.
order for it to be watchable, right?
And they nailed
They
every one of those aspects.
They did. They nailed every single one of them. They had real ball players who were actors, but they were actors that they made try out as baseball players before they had them come in and read lines. So everyone out there looked, they were a player. As absurd as the circumstances of the film are, which if you didn't watch, right, the concept of the movie is little Billy.
Yep.
His grandfather owns the Twins. His best friend. Grandpa dies unexpectedly one day.
Didn't
It's
get to go see
tragic.
Rocket.
But he goes to the Rocket. But he'd been training little Billy up his whole life. Billy knows baseball inside
Billy knows
and
ball.
out. Billy fucking knows ball. And he does. They actually demonstrate it, I think, very well in the film. And then, twist, he leaves the whole team to Billy. Billy goes in, and then, again, in a kind of another parallel, because at first it seems like, is this just Eddie but baseball? Mm-hmm. But no, it's not. Even though he does replace Dennis Farina, who Eddie replaced.
How funny is that?
That is hilarious. I didn't even put that connection together.
Same gum chewing motherfucker.
That's unbelievable.
Just going, I don't know. Nah, fuck it. Hey, can you get out of here? This guy's a kid. This guy's a kid.
Why did he think he owned the team?
Get out of here.
Right.
Like, you know I can fucking
Played
fire
the
you.
exact same role.
I'm your boss.
I'm your boss.
And you didn't think a 12-year-old has the balls to do it, but this is not a normal 12-year-old.
No.
Billy is measured.
Prodigy.
He's a prodigy. And we talked about this last night. We'll get to it in a moment. But so Billy takes over the Twins as an owner. Then he puts himself in charge as manager. At first, he's a laughingstock. Obviously, the players don't love it. But boy, oh boy, if he doesn't prove himself to be more than capable. And then we get to witness the magic of the season that follows.
Before that, I do have a query.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously loved his grandpa, right?
Yes.
Probably his...
Played by Jason Robards, 2-time Oscar winner.
Good actor, good grandpa.
Great
grandpa.
Great
What
grandpa.
a
Good actor,
charmed
better
life
grandpa.
Billy lived. To like, I didn't even know he owned the team. I was like, we're just in the owner's box. Like, why are we not going? He does go to every game, but mom
Right.
is very adamant that he goes to school. Grandpa spins it on his daughter
Right.
and goes,
His stepdaughter. I mean, his daughter-in-law.
Right. And his dad is also, sorry to say, has passed. You don't get to meet him.
Yeah, that's a category I have here.
Seems to be a theme, but
Like I'm picking him
Grandpa
on purpose.
gives him like the all-time, his daughter-in-law the all-time like guilt trip of
Right.
how many times do you get to do this? Like,
Right.
you don't want to live.
I didn't get to
thinking,
see my favorite pitcher throw, and I don't want Billy to miss the chance to see the most natural flamethrower of his generation.
and like to miss opportunities in life.
Right.
Is what Billy kind of lives his credo by, because he doesn't get that. It's almost like Batman. He doesn't get that opportunity, and so now he manages as if he was like, I'm not going to miss an opportunity because I never got the one opportunity I was supposed to get. That withstanding, if your grandpa dies, sad, would you kill your grandpa to own the team? Like, how sad was he actually?
He was devastated.
But and then you get these like, oh fucking A.
He even says
I'm
it.
100 millionaire.
And I believe him. And this is why I think part of why the movie works is because Billy's a good actor. The kid who plays Billy's a good actor.
yeah.
Where is he?
And he kind of just stopped acting. He had a couple roles, but really just I think it wasn't his thing. But he says it in the movie. He says, I'd rather have my grandpa. And I believe him.
Yep, he's a sociopath.
Either he might be a little bit of a sociopath because he is. I mean, we see him be cold-blooded. Mm-hmm. With Lou.
Yes.
Okay. By the way, did you pick up on this?
Oh yeah,
his
the
favorite
program
hitter. What's his name in the
Yes.
cut?
Yes.
That's Alvin Mack. That's the same
I
actor
thought I
who
did-
1
I
year
did pick up on
earlier
that one.
played college senior Alvin Mack. In this
In the
movie, played
program.
14-year major league veteran.
the range.
and like burnt out, like Kirby Puckett replacement, whatever his name was. Same guy a year apart.
Crazy.
These movies are all
Synchronicities
connected
all over this
somehow.
It's unbelievable how many.
Like these
You
people
know
are
who's
just,
you know who's moving all the pieces? Who's pulling all the strings? Chris Berman is putting.
Chris
these movies
Berman.
together.
Said it again!
That was it.
He's
That was
putting
it.
these
That was
movies
it.
together.
3 for 3 on unintentional Bermans.
He's been in all 3 movies. I'm telling you, he might be producing them.
He really might be.
The amount of
might be
IMDb
behind.
credits Chris Berman may have
Like,
might shock us.
If I were to start a conspiracy theory about like who's pulling the strings in Hollywood, I wouldn't go where the normal horrible person would
Chris
go.
Berman's a
I think
really
it's
good
Chris
option.
Berman.
At least in the 90s.
At least in the 90s, if there were sports films, I think it didn't happen unless Berman signed off on it. And he has a great scene in this movie where Billy starts referring to himself in the third person. It's kind of at the
Right.
part of his arc where he gets too big a head for 10 minutes. And he goes,
after he watches
Billy
porn.
Hamilton needs to, or what's his last name?
Who?
Billy.
Haywood?
Haywood, thank you. A Bill Haywood needs to think about a Bill Haywood. So that was the start of that, where he's like, if you're going to waste
Right.
my time, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Great scene.
Big Leagues Berman.
He big leagues Berman.
Yes. No, it's awesome.
And this is the character arc that starts me to think about Bill Haywood a little bit differently because watches the porn, right?
He
calls
does.
his friends and is like, "This is unbelievable."
Well, I mean, has a scroll of a receipt that his mom finds.
So
He
Well,
stayed
it's
up
the
all
same
night and
movie.
slept through a game.
yeah.
why is he if he's paying for them individually, the movies, and he has access to the whole roster of adult films, why is he just watching Night Nurses in Jersey over and over again?
I mean, because the first time you see it is the only one you want to watch.
I honestly think that whatever his type is today as a grown man is directly related to the lead actress in Night Nurses. Night Nurses from I think it had that kind of formative effect on him.
I
to
think
where if
this-
we're in the universe to where Billy Haywood continues to exist, whoever he's married to looks exactly like
Both of them?
the first hot lady in Night Nurses from Jersey.
I do think whoever
And that's not
played...
even my hottest take on that.
No,
movie.
whoever played Bill Haywood, though, became Bill Haywood in his mind. Like, he jokered himself.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was a method actor if I've ever seen.
I know,
one.
and it was such a young age to be that
He
good
didn't
at
even
it.
like baseball.
Huh?
He didn't even like baseball.
The
I read
actor.
an
You're
oral
nice,
history
nice.
on the film, and he was like, I didn't know what any of this meant. But
So
he's
he
like-
went full method actor.
He did.
Heath Ledgered it.
Yes.
And they brought him in because they loved the fact that he was a serious little guy. He wasn't like a Disney
Right.
like bubbly kind of
Right. No, he legit he
It's,
crushed that role.
yeah, like he was clearly taking this responsibility
Right.
seriously.
and he passes the litmus test of when he wants to be manager. They lay out a scenario, and it
Which
made
is so great. It's a great scene.
because they like, okay, you can obviously do whatever you want. You're the owner, but this is
Right.
ridiculous. If you're a 12-year-old trying to manage the Twins, like you can't do this, and it becomes a scenario in which they put out, and he knows the entire lineup, who's in the bullpen, and it reminded me, I was like, this is Jay Johnson.
Yeah.
Like if Jay Johnson
It
at
did,
12
yeah.
was doing this, like you.
Because he doesn't have to be prompted. He asks the right question after everything. And he
There's no
asks
real answer.
6 more questions than what and it confuses the pitching coach, the assistant coach. It's great, and it really does. It sells you on it because he's already answered the trivia questions with his grandpa, right? You know, he's
Yes.
like, I know who was on third base in the 1954 World Series. I know the first black player who played for the like the smaller major league. He does all that, but then when he crushes that question, you really do go, okay, this isn't the dumbest thing in the world. And then they call the commissioner, the GM, who's Kevin Dunn, by the way, another great character actor from Veep, and also in
His
every other
hair.
movie you've ever seen. Yeah, that. Well, no, that's the assistant baseball coach. though.
Yes.
That guy had the most insane haircut. Let it go, my dude. But
He was bald at the top, not in the middle, and in the back.
yeah,
Yeah.
But there was like a bridge to Terabithia across the crown. But anyway, so Kevin Dunn, he actually calls the commissioner, and he's like, I know it sounds silly, which is my problem with what happened in Eddie, right? Because they
Right,
never
right.
refer to the league. There's no GM. There's no in charge of structure.
happened.
He's just like, I'm gonna sell the Knicks on my own. That's fucking ridiculous. But here he calls, and he's like, is this a and the league's like, are you dumb? And he's like, no, look, hey, we're gonna give this a shot. The kid knows his stuff. He owns the team. And then Billy puts his own job on the line. He says, if I'm not winning games within a week, I'll quit. So all of the pieces are there for this incredibly silly scenario
To come
to
very
somehow
serious.
feel
Real.
kind of realistic, like as realistic as this absurd thing could be. They check all the boxes, which to me says that they actually watch baseball. The guys that wrote this movie
Right,
like baseball.
right.
They know baseball. All the guys that they cast can play baseball. All of the trivia is there. All of the weird little rule things that he knows and the trick plays that he runs, all are in line with the actual rules of baseball. And so all of those things make for a more enveloping experience, which you say, fuck it, I'm in.
Because it
You
feels
buy
real.
in-
It's not fake. You can easily, as a sports person, when you're watching a sports film,
You need one thing to turn you off.
you can like one bad thing sports wise ruins the whole film.
And it's what I mean. It's a big part of what lost me on the program,
Right.
And it's a lot of what we ignored in Eddie, just because everything else in Eddie was so charming
Yes.
that it was like. And then they had like real basketball players doing stuff.
But
so
like
the
it's
basketball
what
looked
made
good.
this movie feel so real
Yeah.
was because the baseball, the sport of it, they nailed.
is revered.
Yes,
like
they nailed.
You can tell that they really take baseball seriously.
Like a
and
passion
yeah,
project.
like they really care about the game, and Billy really cares about the game. And his character's written, and all the characters are like full characters. Like even the silly little one-line guys. Sorry, I have some categories.
Okay.
I want to make sure there's some more structured
Yeah.
conversation.
Hit it, structure it.
Because the program, it was all over the place. Cause
Yeah, well, yeah,
there
'cause
wasn't
the
a lot
program's all over
to
the
grab
place.
onto.
That was their fault.
So, the cast we've already touched on, Right. Timothy Busfield is the one character I'd like to bring, who's Lou, the love interest / heart of the team.
Yes.
Good dynamic there between he and Billy.
Yes, I think so.
And, like he doesn't necessarily object to him dating his mom. All that's handled kind of like respectfully, but then he also like acts like a 12-year-old at some point and tries to big dick him.
Yeah. I mean,
He bitches him.
He bitches him
He's the only all-star on the team.
Right.
because
And
he's
he benched
upset that
him.
he had to cut his favorite player, and he takes it out. He lashes out.
Right.
That's good stuff. Anyway,
And what happens in that part, or from what I got from it, was that character development. There's no way he can win the locker room over without Lou.
no.
Yes.
And he
no, he
loses
can't.
that
Lou's-
aspect. He's
Lou's-
the one guy
Lou
that
is his fastball.
Lou is the
Like,
thing that got him in the
Yes.
first place, right? The only reason that the other guys gave him the time of day was because Lou was like,
Hey,
let's listen to him.
why not?
Let's give the kid a shot.
It's better than getting yelled at.
And
And
then we
he
see
also
him
has
slowly win other. He wins the catcher over once the catcher ignores the hit and run.
Hit and run.
has the opportunity to throw
And
him under
he
a
doesn't throw
bus.
him under the bus. He says, "No, if it was up to me, I would have called a hit and run." And the catcher sees it, right? So he wins him over, and then he, one by one, the players start to fall in line. So, all right, let's get here to this little bit of structure I have. So, sports quality and realism, I think that we tackled.
Yep.
It's really the selling point of the film. Now, the sports actors, we also kind of touched on. Like we said, in the
program.
the oral history of the film,
Uh-huh.
they made sure the dudes played baseball first and then did their line reading. So even the guys that were actors, like Jonathan Silverman, the
Right.
wacky relief pitcher.
Blackout.
No.
Bowers.
Bowers, who does the
Blackout
math
was
problem.
awesome.
Blackout
Awesome.
was a major league pitcher.
Really?
Yeah. Who had
Well, it
acted-
looked like it with that
Jaw.
chaw ball,
the chaw
with gum
ball
around
and the
it.
big kick.
That's vet.
That is a veteran baseball player.
And he
Yes.
he actually
That's
played,
a professional if I've ever seen one.
played
Jonathan goes,
a
"This
number
is
of years.
absolutely disgusting." I go, "That looks so awesome."
but was in Mr.
Adult
Baseball
Candy.
the year before, which was not a good baseball movie.
No, we will skip that one.
But like he'd already kind of acted, and then so Timothy Busfield, the first baseman, actor, but had played baseball at a high level, and then LSU connection. Did you know about this? Joe Kane, the wacky center fielder, Nick Papajohn,
Mike.
Oh, Michael. Yeah.
who was an LSU national champion,
Yes.
and had turned to acting after his baseball career kind of petered out.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, he's the most well-known
Right.
LSU actor there is.
But-
besides Shaq.
So I mean, that's the kind of guy they have who's
Yeah.
has baseball talent,
won
but
a
also
College
has
World
acted in
Series.
films.
Yeah, I know.
The shortstop had just been cut by the Mets because of a shoulder injury, and then signed back on with the Dodgers for a year after this. But in the middle, he had an agent who was like, "You're a handsome guy."
So he
You're
got
not
it, the
dumb."
movie got him a second chance
Yeah,
in the pros.
movie got him a second chance.
Well, did you see the play he made at shortstop?
I did.
That part was incredible,
was
right? That
outstanding.
slow motion, and you can tell that's a baseball
That
player.
was
Like,
real.
the way he tracks the ball.
Yep.
He looks good.
He like sees it. He effortlessly flicks it. Two, the second baseman, the guy who plays Mickey Scales. This is the best story in the movie.
Let's hear it.
So he is driving by the field with a friend. They've been working out, and he sees 200 dudes on a baseball field, and he's like, "I wonder what the fuck they're up to." So he makes his friend pull in the parking lot. He goes over there and he goes, "What are you guys doing?" And they're like, "We're trying out baseball players for a baseball movie." And he's like, "Well, I'm fucking good at baseball. Can I do it?" And they're like, "Well, everyone else signed up." And he's like, "Just let me do it." And they're like, "Okay, we'll give you 5 swings instead of 10. And he goes, he takes his first cut, he belts it to the wall, and then he sprints down the first baseline and tears into second, goes around second, comes all the way home, slides headfirst into home plate. And they're like,
Just hijack.
"This guy's insane. He just hijacks the whole thing."
Because
Yeah,
they were
of course,
supposed
I
to.
mean-
They were supposed to run to first for like a timing thing. He's like, "I'm going to
He's
go
like,
around
"I'm just
all
gonna
of the
keep going."
bases."
And then he comes
inside
back,
the Parker.
and just fakes it inside the park home run. Comes back, takes his other 4 cuts, puts 1 on the wall, and the other 3 right to the warning track. And from there, they're like, "All right, you can come read." And then he gets in there, and he's just so confident that they're blown away by him. He's not acted. He was not a professional baseball player. He just played some high-end baseball.
Yeah.
He gets this role, and he's one of the highlights of the film,
Right.
in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. You could
Skills
tell
is
that
great.
they
Skills
had.
is great.
He was going to be in that movie regardless.
He was going to be in that
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
movie.
He did the real whatever Willie Mays Hayes was in Major League. He did that in real life.
Yeah.
Like he showed
Yes.
up and was like, "I'm just going to run."
Yeah.
And it's like, "I'll be undeniable." Like, I guess he's in the. We can't.
I am inevitable.
He did. He did Vince Papale.
Yes.
I showed up to a tryout, and I'm just gonna, instead of running a 10-yard out, I'm gonna finish this thing 100 yards. I'm like, this guy's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah,
Like, you're
psychopath.
making everybody look bad.
That's
Like,
amazing.
but I'm on the team.
Don't care. I look good. That's all I care
And
about.
he's the guy in the dugout with the wig on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
having a ball.
doing a sexy hip dance at one point.
Chemistry guy.
Chemistry guy, big time. All right, so I'm going to open this one up to you guys.
Okay.
Best scene of the film.
Best scene
What
of
touched
the
you?
film.
Did anything give you a sports goosebumps moment? I had a couple.
I
can
would
toss
say-
them out there if you'd like.
So the third baseman makes the error. He gets the coach. Billy gives him the fake speech.
Yes.
The real speech, but like tells him about this
But
play.
fibs about the 24.
Fibs about the play.
That's where
And then
lying helps.
The guy goes up there and he's fired up and he rips the
Yeah.
hit. And that to me was like sports.
That
Like
was
that because that
so-
happens. It's like I know you just missed your last 4 jump shots. I know you just dropped that pass. I know you just made the air. This, that, and the other.
You're still my guy.
Reel it in. You're my guy. I got you.
1000%.
That felt like I was like, oh, like that. It was like real.
It was
1000%.
the remember the Titans moment
Yes.
when Rev gets hurt and he pulls over Sunshine. He's like, tells him,
Literally.
I had to be the man in the house. 12 brothers and sisters. Guess who had to do it? I had to do it. Like, this is your team. This is your family. This is your time. He's like, 12 brothers and sisters? 8.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
sounds better.
exactly.
But it's the same moment where you feel like it's been
Right.
built up for
Like,
something good
you're
to happen.
You're riding it. You're riding that wave. Mm-hmm. So that is on my list here. The other one is when Billy sons McGreevy, right? When McGreevy's like, I'm not going to pitch, or, I feel like I can't remember the scouting reports. And Billy, because he's fucking sharp, walks up and says, hey, what's the going rate for a free agent pitcher who can't remember a scouting report? Anybody paying for that guy? And the assistant like, no, nobody's paying for that guy. And McGreevy realizes he's got to play for this boy who just outsmarted him. And then slowly begins to love him. That's
Wins,
the last
gets
guy he
one
has to
over.
win over in the
Yeah.
clubhouse. I loved that moment.
the
'cause
last
it just
domino.
shows how sharp Billy is. And then the other one, the trick play on the walk where he's coaching third base.
Ken
right?
Griffey
'Cause
Jr.?
He takes the reins.
No, the look over here.
Oh, that's a great. That's
Yes,
Jay Johnson.
It's Jay Johnson.
Awesome.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
just-
mean,
and it's such a good play. It's such a smart play. It's a real baseball play. That would work. They even have the
And that's when he wins over the majority. Like, this kid, we should be buying what this kid's selling.
yeah, we should buy with Jay Johnson.
And then
Young
he
Jay
runs, a
Johnson is
second,
selling.
he runs a second fake play where the guy walks, sprints to second, and they have their fastest player on third.
Yes.
And it confuses the catcher, and they end up getting the double, and the guy scores, and everyone's like, this kid's fucking sharp.
Yeah, it's literally
of those
Jay
combined, I'm gonna
Johnson
count as
is
one.
Bill Haywood.
Seriously.
Yes.
Lloyd said it
Like
while we were
like
watching
Bill
it.
Haywood is based off of Jay Johnson.
I did. I was like, I wish I would have thought of this earlier. This is at 1 in the morning. But I was like, we should have gotten Jay Johnson on because I bet he's seen this movie 50
Oh my gosh,
times.
you need to ask him.
I didn't text
For
him,
real, I
but
would-
he'd be like, why are you doing this to me?
Thought about it.
I did because I saw a lot of him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Except for the ego part
right.
and the porn part.
But the ego part is what makes it fitting that it's a 12-year-old
Exactly.
going through. I mean, he's going through puberty.
To
Why he's-
tie this in even more,
Well, I mean, discovering that he's, the kid is 8. We looked up the value of the teams. The Twins would have been worth $90 million at that point, and now $1 billion today.
Nice.
So this is a kid that has a net worth of $90 billion and is a savant at
baseball.
doesn't have to
Baseball.
work. Doesn't have to do that. I don't have
yeah,
to manage the team.
Some fucking ego is going to kick in on this little son of a bitch.
We're starting to win. It's because of me.
So, I mean, it just...
But those plays that you highlighted, like those trick plays, what Jay Johnson does in real life, when Jay Johnson was 10 years old, he fumbled on the 1 yard line on purpose because he let the other team score so they get the ball back and score. Like, and his dad was like, why did you do that? It's like, there are
Is that true?
timeouts. Yes, it's a true story right on the news. And it's like, you're thinking like that when you're 10. And it's like, my son might
That's
be a
some
coach.
bizarre 40 chess, man.
Like, and it was like, it was a calculated risk. It's like, who says that when they're 10 years old?
Yeah, I've never heard a 10-year-old say calculated risk.
Seriously.
And he was the best player on the team. He's like, if I fumble now,
Calculated
they won't be
risk.
able to score enough points that we can come down and score and win because all they had to do was kick a field goal.
Right.
And it was like, that's high level shit.
So, I mean, yeah, so there we go. That's our second LSU tie-in, which is important with all these sports movies.
Andrew Messina says the hit a homer and you can marry her scene. That at the end of the movie.
So
Obviously.
that's, I was going to touch on that last because
okay.
that's
Because it's
what,
the final scene.
That's what really ties the whole movie together.
And he's okay with dad.
Is that, what'd you say?
That's his new dad. That's why he was. That's why
That's
he
actually a
did that.
category I have. Does this movie make me feel like I need a dad? No, it doesn't. Because you can find a dad.
Yes.
Or you can be your own dad. Or you can let a guy on a baseball team be your dad, but you don't need a dad. You get to decide if you want a dad. But you can do all this without one. He didn't have a dad or a granddad, and he still did all this. and you let a new dad into his life. So that's a new category for every one of these fucking movies. Every 90s sports club movie is, do you need a dad?
Or would you like to
No!
see your dad?
This one says no. That's why it's good.
Be your own
True,
man.
you don't. Some might say yeah.
Kane is able.
Kane is able. See, that was some daddist bullshit.
And I didn't know this until just now. The actress that you were very fond of, that his mother, that the
I got some hot,
First
a few hot takes I
baseman?
want to reel off, but yeah. Timothy Busfield.
yeah, so becomes his love interest, and obviously Billy's mother is PCA's mom from the Cubs in real life. Pete
no shit.
Armstrong.
That's who she is?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I was just thinking about that the other day because I knew that he had actor parents. That's cool. That's cool.
That is
He
cool.
never had a choice.
So
I mean, they never had a choice.
But shout out to Johnny L. Goodson and Andrew Messina for saying that.
I did all this research and I can't believe I didn't catch that. That's amazing. All right, so we've tacked up. We jumped ahead to my number 9 category. Does this movie make you feel like you need a dad? Nope.
How many categories are there?
10. We're almost done. Most 90s thing about the movie, because there's a 90s movie club. And it all for me came back to hair stuff. There were a lot of bald spots.
Yeah.
A lot of feathered hair. Mom's hair, the big curly kind of out of control thing. Those are the things that were the most 90s to me. That and Ken Griffey.
Yeah, Ken Griffey's pretty 90s.
And I guess the fit of the baseball pants. But anything else stick out as particularly 90s to you guys?
Oh, man. I mean, being able to, video on demand in a hotel, being a kid in the 90s,
Spectrovision.
And being able, but that would be, he's so happy about that. He doesn't realize how much money he has, but he's like, it's Home Alone.
Also,
Whenever I can
also
order
doesn't
a
know that
pizza
they
and watch
track it.
movies, this is great. I just thought that was that reminds me of whenever I was a kid, and it's you go to a baseball tournament, it's we get to go to a hotel room.
Right, you can run around and be bad with friends.
This is so much fun. We have
the
no
water balloons
responsibilities.
off the roof.
That is
Ultimate
also very
Greedy.
90s and a very, very important part of the film.
It is.
I was gonna say the phone call, was it through the principal to talk to him?
Yeah.
Because obviously once I was in middle school and high school, when my parents or whoever needed to reach out to me, it was on your own phone. Mm-hmm. But when I would
Come to the office.
Before, you had to go to the office and you had to go.
Principal was quite fond of Billy.
Yeah.
Right, he was kind of
A little too interested.
he's like you have a lot of potential, but you're also kind of a rascal.
Is
Come
that
to my
90s?
office alone.
Is that 90s to you?
Ew.
Yes.
Where'd you go to middle school? What happened?
I was an altar boy.
Oh, me too. It's phone call my office. Mm-hmm. And he's like, is it a trade? That
Do
was
my
good.
parents know?
Andrew Messina, the setting in the Metrodome was very 90s.
Yes.
Kenny Balala, the water balloon pranks.
Also, great fact again, the reason that they chose the twins, it was not written as the twins. It was written initially as the Royals. I know we're going over by a lot.
This doesn't matter.
I'm having fun.
This is interesting.
They said it had to be a mid-market team because it couldn't be the Red Sox or the Dodgers or something, because that wouldn't be plausible. But the reason they chose the Twins was because you could film in the Metrodome during the winter. So they didn't have to be worried about being weathered out or dancing around between actual baseball games. So it just happened to be this kind of best of both worlds scenario. Anyway, so I'm gonna finish it off with just a few hot takes.
There you go, too.
And you guys just tell me what you think. All right?
I'm very invested. I was going to go to bed and not watch it,
let him
and then
rip.
he was watching it again,
Number 1.
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm in.
Billy's mom is flat out fucking sexy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a hot take.
No, she's
She's a
fucking
hot take.
fine,
That's
right?
pretty gets a cold
That bone
take.
structure, that hair, it's not natural.
She's might be the most 90s thing about the movie.
But oh my god, I'm just sitting there like, Billy's mom can fucking get it, dude. All right, so I'm not alone in this, right?
No,
No,
everybody
I
in the
don't
chat
think
is
the
like,
chat
yeah,
is-
this is
yes, we are all red-blooded men who knows Billy's mom can ride.
got it going
dude.
on.
Bounce around on it, Billy's mom,
Also,
please.
But
Sorry,
with the,
Pete Armstrong.
but with the Billy's mom thing, Billy's ego got to the point where obviously he felt like he could bench the only good player on the team at that point.
Right.
If he wasn't the owner of the team or the manager and his mom was dating the two-time All-Star, would he not be thrilled for that to be his new dad?
Of course.
And he was ultimately,
Right, but he should have gotten there faster. Like, this is, what a lotto ticket.
She did some
Wait,
great parenting.
Joe Burrow's my dad?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Awesome.
Yeah.
Stop fucking my mom, Joe Burrow. Just kidding. Don't ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch her or anything, but do whatever
I'm
you
so
want.
happy
dude.
you're in my life.
Just don't hit her. Just don't hit her.
Yeah.
We're like fucking great, man. I love you.
Dad?
Christmas, Dad. Yeah, I'm 13 years older than you. Fuck off, man. Shut up. Not 13, less than that. But all right, so cool. Billy's mom can bounce on it. Love it. All right, so here's this takes a little filthy also, but I'm basing it off of two scenes. Billy loses his virginity before he's 15. Now hear me out. The way that girl approaches him in the hallway, the like 3 hours after he's taken over control of the team, she's like, "Can I get your autograph?" And he just handles like, "Yeah, you might, sure, whatever." Like, girls are kind of funky, but he does it, and she's like, "Thanks, Billy." You don't think that's going to escalate in the next 2 years? And also, he's clearly got a bizarre sexual appetite
Yeah,
because he ripped in night nurses in Jersey 10 times.
It's actually funny because in the chat on August
He's
5th,
got fucking Riz, dude.
on Discord,
and he's worth
August
$100
5th,
million.
2025, the question was posed, who played Shelley Hoseboom and what does she look like now?
Oh, that's
the
that's
biggest
disgusting.
question from Little
That's
Big
disgusting.
IMDb says Kami Carrison played Shelley Hoseboom. That's the girl that asked for Billy's autograph in school, and now you can't see her on the internet at all.
That is funny. But you know what? I led right into it, so I cannot be angry.
The biggest takeaway from that movie, what was the actress's name that played her?
Does anyone know her address? But no, am I not right about that, though?
I mean,
Billy.
I can see how you got there.
I can
I
see how
didn't
you got
really
there.
think about that, but I mean, like,
Billy's
he's obviously going to get female attention now, and he's a horny bastard.
He's a horny
And
bastard.
think about the people he's around every
But I
day.
think he's gonna be
Right,
nice. I
and
think
he's
gonna
in a
be nice
dugout.
to the
He's in
women.
a
With
dugout
adult
in a
men.
With
clubhouse
like
all the
baseball
time.
dudes like telling him like, "Oh, you go on the road, you do this." You think like that?
Hey,
Bowers
Lou,
is just doing
that's
math
my
problems?
mom.
Yeah, yeah. Why don't I pull my mom for fuck's sake?
Like, oh, fuck your daughter.
Like, oh, listen, yeah, like, it's gonna breed
My
some.
soon-to-be sister.
It's gonna breed some
Sister.
like advanced sexual behaviors in the young man. Hopefully he handles them well because I think he's a sharp kid and he will.
Yeah, yeah.
But also I think that he's fucking young. Anyway,
He's still 13.
so all right, two more. Wait, okay, now actually we kind of touched on these.
Well, there we go.
Billy's a shit friend, and that's the one thing
Yeah.
they never really addressed.
He did end up being a bad friend.
He ends up being a pretty bad
and they
friend.
never kind of recouped
No.
that at the end. Like, obviously he went back to his roots and played a little bit of street baseball.
Well, that's when he learned. Yeah, that's where he got over his ego.
and that's where he got over the
Because
ego.
he was sitting on some
But he
kid's face.
never-
but
really-
he didn't go back and play with his
Friends.
friends.
Yes.
Big
So
league
that
them.
relationship never got.
They instead had that little boy that
Solved.
uses a footstool or whatever. That poor kid. They're like token beat 'em up, buddy. But yeah, Billy never fully. He comes full circle on all his other relationships. He does the right thing. I think
Right. I
going
feel
back
like
to school.
Everything got recouped in the film besides that.
And then, yes. So then the last thing we want to talk about, and this is the wrap up, but it is the perfect ending to this movie. That is the best way. He doesn't win.
Right.
It gets real close. Like we said, he has the scene where he lies to the third baseman. You can be my dad. Even if you don't hit my home run, you can be my dad.
Yep.
And then reality happens, right? He's a good coach. They're a good team, not a great team. Things don't
Sometimes-
always go your fucking
sometimes
way.
baseball's
Sometimes
baseball.
baseball just baseballs you. And especially if it's Ken Griffey you're facing.
Yeah. Right.
Also
He robs on the
iconic
run.
for it
Yes.
not to be a walk-off homer, but a walk-off Ken Griffey Jr. robbing a home
Robert
run.
Homer. I mean,
It's-
talk about tell me you know ball without telling me you know ball. Is you're gonna end the movie with a Ken Griffey Jr. home run.
And it all
robbery.
makes sense. It all feels fair. Like you still feel like everyone, like he achieved his goal. Like everyone, the team grew.
They didn't want him to leave.
They didn't want
Right,
him to leave. And then
right,
the encore. He
right.
walks out because no one left the stadium because they all want to give a round of applause for the
Curtain
world's
call.
most amazing fucking 12-year-old. It's just a great ending.
It was. I agree.
With the play on Ken Griffey Jr.
Without it
Uh-huh.
being.
balk. Did he step
See,
off?
I didn't go back and check that out, but I did see some
The one thing
people
I
talking
thought about was if
conjecture around if it was a balk or not.
the security guard actually did help and threw that ball. You know, like
he never
the-
threw it, right?
No. I'm saying like there was the ball that went down the sideline, and because the security
Well,
guard,
first of all, to have the
took a tap.
security guard bought it, you know how much you have buy-in on this team?
Seriously.
Right.
right?
Well, security guard is one of the first ones bought in.
Loves him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Haywood.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ham. Yeah, but if he tossed the ball down the sideline to distract Ken Griffey, then I do question the legality of that play.
Oh, you can do that.
But
Like, how could you? It all happened so fast. Like, even whenever we were, like, I guess not trying to poke holes, but like, well, this seems very obvious that they're about to do something. In baseball, if you do like the spin of the catcher spinning his helmet, like if you're just watching every part of baseball, you wouldn't notice those things.
Right.
But
No, the
because it was
spinning of the
highlighted,
helmet was a great
move.
Yeah.
Very
move.
savvy baseball.
and then
move.
it was
Yes.
a wipe of the forehead, and it
Because
was
I would never think spinning of the helmet is a signal. I would think it's just a superstition the catcher has, or just something he does, like a little like
ball
a tick.
player.
homey feeling
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So great call by them.
So that was the other thing is like we looked for holes to because every time I go into these movies, I'm looking for holes to poke.
Especially on from a sports standpoint.
And there really weren't any outside of the one major concept of the film, right?
Yes.
That a
Right.
boy
Right,
gets
right,
a
right.
team.
The boy
But
gets
even
a
that, they
team.
did their best to cover the bases. The team made sense. The way it all went down made sense. There were really no holes to poke in this film, and it was just
One of the greatest sports movies I've ever
on
seen.
like.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
agree.
It's an all time.
Not just as a kid's like a
No,
nostalgic
you-
kid. Like this is a great sports movie,
Yeah, you don't have to be 12 to watch it.
and
Well,
it's such a great rebound after the program.
yeah,
It is.
It was
is.
refreshing.
It is very refreshing.
This is how you do it. Also, Haywood, the child, a lot of ties to a, like, Theo Epstein lived this life.
I knew you were gonna bring Theo.
He's only
Epstein up.
16 years younger than Theo was.
Yes,
We
I
took
mean,
the
Theo
job.
was, what, 28?
28.
Yeah, 28.
He also, and then I pointed this out to Jonathan, which might be quite macabre, but Theo got so, and this was the dark point whenever Haywood was kind of going through it,
Right.
and how much you can love baseball and how much you can be determined to win. Whenever Theo Epstein was in the chicken and beer days and like the Boston thing was unfurling, he used to stay up late at night and listen to air traffic control plane crashes, like the back and forth of the pilot talking to air traffic control and be like, "Tell my wife I love her."
Nathan Fielder before
This is
Nathan Fielder.
yeah, this is what like he would do that whenever they were in a losing streak. Like, well, if I think just bad, like losing is bad,
It
this
can
is
always
actually
be worse.
yeah, it could always be worse.
He's grounding himself a little bit.
It's
Of
just
this
the
is
darkest way to do it.
This is just baseball.
Right.
God, he's such a psychopath.
I love him so
I
much.
know you do. That's awesome.
Anyway,
But yeah.
So Bill
round of
Haywood
applause
maybe
for that.
he would have gone down that path and he walked away at the right time.
I think so. I think Billy definitely had a long and storied career.
It was an outstanding movie.
It was a great movie.
It was a very good movie. I was very glad that we watched that movie.
That's good.
Thank
It
you.
was good. No, great.
Thank you, Little Big League.
Good selection. We will have the next movie tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah,
We'll announce.
I'll have it figured out by tonight.
Announce next
And
week's
thank
movie
you guys
tomorrow.
for watching. I know there's a lot of enthusiasm, and we had it delayed by a day.
Yeah, no.
And I'm sorry to you guys, but y'all did the homework, and I fucking appreciate it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Movie club's only fun because you guys like it too.
The Sports Movie Club. 90 Sports Movie Club.
Also, King Griffey Jr.'s ass.
Oh my god, built like a brick shit
Brother.
house.
Yes,
I mean,
dumper.
Dumper.
As put together
The
as
smile,
any
the way he
baseball
looked,
player
he
you
cool
have
motherfucker.
ever seen.
He had
in
no
your
when he
choice.
life.
turns third, when he rounds third and does the
Dude.
wink, you're just like, dude.
Sometimes
you're
you
it.
forget, and then you see him again, and you're like,
He's not.
that is like what, if I was to sculpt a baseball player.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to be.
It's
There was
that.
the one scene, the one shot where you see the ball rocket off his bat. You see like his
Yes.
iconic swing. That was really the second pitch he took,
Of course it was.
and he.
I'm almost disappointed it wasn't the first.
First one
well,
he
the
hit
first
foul.
one he hit foul, home run.
Yeah,
But the
'cause that
second
one was-
pitch
was borderline.
He literally
Yeah.
belted it.
Two
and
pitches.
That's all he needed.
Do you know how cool you fucking are if you're
Dude.
Ken Griffey Jr.? Like, what do you need me to do? Like, it would be
Like
great
he
if you
told
could hit a
he
homer.
told the pitcher, he's like, put it inside. He's like, if you hit me, you hit me. But if you get it in there, I'll fucking take care of it. And
Could you imagine being able to
coolest
like
fucking guy. Like
be
everyone,
an extra in that movie? And it's like
everyone,
you get to see
everyone
Ken
on the
Griffey Jr.
set
hit
was
BP,
just awed by him.
and he just shows up, one swing homer foul, next swing homer. That's almost more impressive. Like,
it's.
what else?
Do you know who
Go
I,
rob a homer?
Do
Okay.
you know who I am?
Yeah, he feels fake.
And then also
He
just-
does.
Small shouts to Randy Johnson, right?
Oh yeah, Randy
Don't
Johnson.
know why he came out the pin, but it
you
was
know,
a must win.
They must
Yeah.
win.
A short
They
day's
knew he had
rest.
6 pitches.
It was
I was
12 teams.
surprised to see him, like when they went to the bullpen and it was
The unit.
Randy Johnson trying. I was like,
This game's
okay,
over.
What are we doing?
They're not gonna win.
You're setting yourself up for failure.
Randy
here.
Lefty,
Johnson.
lefty slider.
Sure.
Hey, watch out for the slider. Like, no
watch-
shit, buddy.
Yeah, watch that bird. Randy
Yeah, we
Johnson.
said watch out for the slider. Like, you have Randy Johnson slider. Keep an eye out for it.
Yeah,
Also,
I couldn't believe.
Timothy Busfield, not a natural left-handed hitter, but they knew that scene in the movie was going to be lefty on lefty, so he learned to swing left-handed just to sell it at the end. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for playing. Nice win.
Great job, Jonathan. We appreciate you in the breakdown. I guess we should still do athletic connections.
Yeah, fuck it. We're already going.
We're
Right?
already here. It's already 9:30. Why stop
I think
now?
it's good to distract ourselves a little bit from the
No, that was good.
the stress
that
of
was
the
good.
first part of the morning. Because we still do not know what's happening.
That was great.
Oh, Lupinella also.
Lou
Great.
Piniella. Danny Tartable. O'Neal. Paul O'Neal. There are a lot of ball players.
Yeah, that was a
Pudge.
good movie.
Pudge was in it?
I missed him.
Yeah, I didn't see Pudge either.
Yeah, there's one little scene.
So I'm scrolling through looking at some of the cast from the movie.
I mean, King Griffey Jr. Like that is incredible that they got him in it.
I know.
Like Steve, having King Griffey Jr. in that movie at that time was huge. It's
It
like
was
doing
supposed to be
Space
Ricky
Jam with
Henderson.
MJ.
And then they found out they could get King Griffey Jr. and they just scrapped those plans. They're like, fuck yes.
Yeah, we'll write this movie
we want
again.
the coolest baseball player.
Oh, there's Jodie Fisher. Night Nurse #1.
I saw that both of them night nurses like have active
Jodie
IMDb
Russell.
profiles.
Night Nurse #2. They have the same name.
So Billy's definitely married to a Jodie.
A Jodie.
We need to find out. I'm concerned to look
What?
happened to that man, the person that played him. That's child.
No, he's fine. He was in the oral history. I think he acted like in a couple things like 2013 or something, but just
See what Luke Edwards
I
is
think
in
he
on
was
the
a smart- I think He
IMDb.
was a smart little kid and he just did other things.
Jodie Fisher's still a smoke. So that's good. Good for her.
I cannot believe I didn't put together when
CPA?
her last name was Crow.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was literally thinking the other day about his parents being an actor and a producer or something, right?
See, he was in Newsies in 1992.
That movie stinks. We had to watch
Jeepers
that in
Creepers
journalism
2.
class.
He's Jeepers Creepers too.
Oh, he made the second one.
Let's see. He was in
the
some.
first
He was
one
in some.
lacks
He was
star
in
power.
one episode of NCIS in 2019.
How?
There we go.
But why?
Everybody's been in one episode of NCIS. It's been on for 50 years.
Has Berman been in it?
I wouldn't be surprised. I want to look up Berman's
No, we
IMDb.
can't because I love the surprise.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I was doing the same thing last night. I was like, no, I want to accidentally
Get him
put him in
again.
the next movie
We're
if I
3
can.
for 3 on Berman's, and he's
That's
also.
unreal.
I know he's in the.
Oh, he's in
Long Charge.
American Pie too.
Chris Berman is.
No, Billy Haywood.
No shit.
And so that was in 2001. So that was 7 years after this film.
And then it seems like he took some time off and then
Yeah.
picked up a. But he's still out there. He's healthy.
All right, we've
All right.
got.
Revolution, Whitecaps, Crew, and Rapids are
Yeah.
MLS teams. Whitecaps.
Mm.
And then I would say we should go with
Oh,
Lamar,
This is okay.
Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen.
All same draft class.
They were in the same draft class, I believe.
Is that no? Not was. Allen was after. Was it Baker? Allen's younger, right?
I'm trying to think. Did Mayfield and Darnold go 1-2?
I think so. Because Rosen went 10.
Well, let's look at these other quarterbacks. Like, where does Trent Dilfer?
Raven. Right? Didn't
McNair played for the Ravens.
I thought he ended his career there. I know he's a Titan forever.
Yeah, Titan
And what's
forever.
Rosen, Mayfield, Allen, Darnold?
That's the draft class. I think is what.
It's definitely the draft class. We just got to remember who was in it.
I thought Lamar was in the Rosen.
Lamar's draft class would have been. It would have been the same as Baker's because he played.
Yeah.
He won the Heisman his sophomore year
And
and
us
played
in the-
another season after. And Mayfield won it that year in 16-17.
Yeah.
So they would have been in the
I'm pretty
same
sure
draft
Allen
class.
was a year after.
But where does he fit in with those other guys?
Yeah.
I trust this. Okay.
Nice. Oh, hey, good
So,
job,
yeah.
buddy. All right. So,
Air McNair.
no, I was wrong with the draft class.
Yep. First round QBs in 18. I guess Lamar maybe was second round quarterback.
No, he was the last pick in the first round.
round, so maybe he
The Saints traded up to get The man that
Davenport?
It's not what I was gonna say.
What were you going to say?
Do we know what's going on with running back? Played for the Steelers, got signed by somebody else. He went to Alabama
Naji Harris?
with the fireworks.
I have no
He
idea.
blew himself up. Like
I haven't seen
badly.
anything about it. Wow.
Pierre Paul himself?
Worse. Like it's kind of.
I mean, I know he's not practicing or anything with them. I've seen those reports.
Well, he also signed for a different. He signed
the Chargers.
Chargers, yeah.
A superficial eye injury? He's walking laps.
Okay.
He plays running back.
Yeah, he sustained an eye injury in a fireworks mishap during an Independence Day celebration in Antioch, California.
Motherfuckers need to stop. Get one of your buddies to do the fireworks, not you.
Back it up, Terry. Back it up, Naji.
Put it in reverse, Terry!
Professional
Oh, Lord!
These guys are too alpha sometimes.
I want to do a celebrity mashup and then
Yeah.
we can leave. I don't even care about the rest of the board. I just want to do the mashup. That's all I care about.
This is
You
the
know,
most over
you know
we have
that
gone.
we can't just ignore that.
We're going on 3 hours now.
That's all right.
No, it's fun.
I needed to stay in Baton Rouge. I got to pick my dad up from the airport at 10:30,
Oh, God,
so
I
I
didn't
needed
know.
to stay out here anyways.
They said, woof.
What?
I thought you were going to have to put my. I thought you were going to say dog, and then I thought you were going to say down. And I
No.
was like, oh,
You
dude,
can
I'm
be so calm.
sorry.
My dad-
Yeah. So and then
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
by the way, I
just
have to
got
kill
this
my
dog.
beloved dog I just got.
Got this dog a year ago.
Phoebe.
Wait, your dog's name is Phoebe?
No.
Oh, okay.
My dog's name's Tucker.
I was gonna say anything. I was like, my dog's name is Phoebe. growing
That's
up,
that
so-
must have been why you said it.
Yeah. She died at the ripe old age of 14.
Regular season
by
rushing
4
yards from 2010 to 2019.
Most regular season rushing touchdowns.
No
As
touchdowns.
team rushing touchdowns.
I mean, if it would have been now, I would have said the Eagles. I feel like this cutoff is without the Eagles.
Cowboys?
Could be the Cowboys.
Sean Alexander was like 07 or something, right? That wasn't 10. He just had that
But
ridiculous
I mean,
number of
that was
touchdowns.
the Seahawks, right?
Because then they would have been Marshawn.
Because Marshawn Lynch was Seahawks.
Still 19 though. I don't. Who they have 5
Carolina
years ago?
Panthers
Cam Newton.
because they had Cam and they had Stewart and Tolbert,
Yeah, take the quarterback into account.
and they also got McCaffrey at the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a good one.
I think that's my favorite answer so far.
Yeah, I kind of feel good about that one.
Because
but
I feel like
don't know.
they want us to think just about running backs, but
I'm sure.
Great pull. Very, very well done, sir.
Thank
baby
you very
knows
much.
ball.
Thank you very much.
Jeez.
I'm
Oh,
actually pretty
That's
proud of
fucking
that
sick,
one.
dude. That was fucking sick.
no. Ooh.
What'd you do? When do you get to read it?
It's okay. He was confident. I
trust
trust
him.
Lloyd, and he
You
was
do.
confident. And
We will double dip that.
it was
trust him,
after
trust
a
him.
big 2009 season. Jason Bay signed a 4-year, $66 million deal with somebody after the Red Sox. It was not the Pirates. That's okay. Let's do the next one, Lloyd. It's all right. Lock back in.
Lock it back in.
Never won a major. He's finished top 5 in all 4 events in the past. He finished a runner-up in the 2018 U.S. Open and 2019
Tommy
Open.
Fleetwood?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That has to be it, right?
Fleetwood Mac.
There are only 2 good
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
British-esque golfers.
English. English is Irish, right?
English.
Well, no, Irish. If he's Northern Irish is English, Irish is Irish. But Scottish, Welsh, English, and Northern Irish are English, technically. British. Anyway, I think it's Tommy Fleetwood.
Me too. Top 5 Tommy.
There we go.
I want him to win one real
The
bad.
Chevrolet crossover SUV model shares the same name as an upscale brand of fitness clubs and a semi-annual astronomical event.
Eclipse?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like a Jeopardy question, that one. Eclipse crop?
I mean, that's what it, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
I feel like a
No.
semi-annual astronomical event is an eclipse.
Shit, what's the name of those? I just want to make sure this is... Equinox.
Mm.
Chevy Equinox, that's
A
it.
Chevy Equinox.
Good. Good. This is only my fault so far. Fuck. Here you go. Get your head into
It's
it.
David Schwimmer, gosh. And then it's what's her face?
And
It's
Taylor-Joy.
no. It's the girl from The Notebook, isn't it? What's her name?
Rachel McAdams?
Is that who that is?
Oh, that might be. Dude, you're so good at this. It's definitely David Schwimmer.
It's
How did you
David
get
Schwimmer, I
David
think
Schwimmer in
it's-
half a second?
That is so. It's so David Schwimmer. I think it's Rachel McAdams.
It is. I see her now.
I think you're right.
She is in.
Also, I just trust you, like,
Doctor Strange.
wholeheartedly.
She's in a lot of
It's a
things.
fun movie where she's the love interest of Owen Wilson.
That's, I don't know.
Love interest of Owen Wilson.
She's in
Wedding
Date Night,
Crashers.
or Game
She's in
Night.
that one. I know the little redhead is with.
She's in Mean Girls.
Well, I haven't seen.
Is this the right
You guys
name?
seen Mean Girls?
Yeah, I've never seen Mean Girls.
What?
God, that's incredible.
My dude.
I don't know if
I'm
there was
fucking
one
real,
thing that
honestly.
I would, if like gun to my head, if I had to pick one thing for somebody to do, I might just make you do a celebrity match. Like I feel more confident in that than anything that we've done in
Nice.
of our
David
last
Schwimmer
5
so
years
fucking
together.
Fast.
A 2007.
G2.
I mean, you're the one that buys 95 Gatorades. a week.
Yeah, the one that crushes Gatorades.
Gun to your head, Gatorade me.
Following the lives of 6 New York friends living in the Brooklyn brownstone, Queen Latifah starred in this Fox
Ah,
sitcom.
shit. I don't know. Living Single. I
I think
think.
when he's in the middle of something. I have no idea which one this is.
I'm pretty sure it's Living Single, but I don't. Are you cheating?
No, Tommy G.
Tommy G's in town.
Mm-hmm.
He said living single.
I think I.
Jonathan said, "Yep." The chat's agreeing.
Yeah,
There you go.
fuck,
Movies?
man. I
Wow.
mean, I want to see. God damn it! It would have been 2 perfect days.
After a jumpsuit from. Oh, Hail Caesar.
What did you say?
Hail Caesar.
Could be worse. I think it's not Christian.
Oy.
Oh, that was a good joke. I'm so fucking mad at myself right now.
I do not know this one.
Miley Cyrus's brother Trace was part of this pop rock band that's most known for their 2008 hit "Shake It." First of all, I didn't know Miley Cyrus had a brother.
Me
He does.
Either.
He's like
Who was-
all. He kind of looks like Machine Gun Kelly, but like
Wow.
covered in tattoos.
Trace Young is the
Face.
first thing popped in my head because I saw Trace. But I don't know the 2008 hit "Shake It."
I don't either.
Metro Boomin.
Oh, that's. Is that
right?
right? Holy
Gosh,
shit!
you knew that?
Did you actually know that?
I needed to redeem
The
myself
New York
for this.
Mets.
Huh?
The New York Mets.
Is it? I don't know this one.
Yeah, I did. So what I think
That sounds
about
right, 'cause
when
I
I
don't remember where he went, so it makes sense they went to the Mets.
he did when he was a Pirate. He did the home run derby and didn't hit one, and so I remember him in a Pirates uniform, and it was
Was that like at the tail end of it? I don't know.
I don't know, but I just remember him playing for the Pirates, I believe. But it's the New
But
York
we
Mets
know
now,
that's
and
not
it's,
right.
I bet he didn't fucking play well. Let's go! How did you know that?
Chat. Andrew Messina.
Nice job, guys.
There we go.
9.5.
We put together 2 back-to-back decent days.
I hate when y'all succeed without me.
Sorry.
No,
Oh
it's-
man, which one
that's
did
my
we?
We crumbled on one yesterday.
Was that yesterday? That was 2 days ago. We went perfect yesterday,
No, because we couldn't get the guy's name in the celebrity mashup yesterday.
and then we just went 2 for 10.
What was the name?
We went 2 for 10 the day before.
That's what it was.
Yesterday it was.
Oh, 2 for 10?
The other day it was bad.
We cave up.
We did. What's the the actor that was married to Sofia Vergara?
Oh, he's ripped. We saw him yesterday. I don't remember his name.
It was him. He was the guy. Joey Manganiello.
Oh, yeah.
It was him.
You see him shirtless?
He is often shirtless.
He's
I
in,
would
ma-
be
he's
too.
in
He
both of the
doesn't-
magic. He's in all the Magic
yeah,
Mics.
he's a Magic Mike guy. He's a hunk.
He's a hunk.
He also, Sofia Vergara married him,
He also loves Dungeons and Dragons.
And that's what got the divorce.
Maybe, but
possibly. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back
yeah. Thanks
Isn't
for
that
hanging out.
interesting?
Extra long
tomorrow
show.
morning.
Aren't men interesting? That you could be married to Sofia Vergara and then be like, I'm gonna play Dungeons and
I
Dragons.
would largely say no, but You know it? Maybe
Fascinating.
That is interesting.
We'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 to 9, maybe 7 to 10 again tomorrow. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you then.
We were really just filibustering to
Love
see
you
if
guys.
there's going to be a Nussmeier announcement.
Hey, we don't have to bring it.
Well, I mean, honestly, I haven't checked, so.
We're having a nice day.